girls who work there may have never left at all.
High atop the richest hill on earth sits a landmark in Butte's former red light district, the Dumas Brothel. Some say the girls who worked and lived here have never left. Eleanor Knott was the madam in 1955. She planned on running away with her lover, but she was found dead in her upstairs bedroom.
If you are here, go walk towards one of those red lights.
Whoa! Where'd that come from?
And look at what the spirit talker said.
It's on the door frame. It's on the door.
Was that a man or a woman that we just saw?
A woman's voice.
A woman who I think lost a baby or her son.
Kind of freaking me out.
I've never really seen him like this. I don't know.
My throat here.
What the fuck?
I think it's like this angry person, this dude. Jesus.
On tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files, we're at the longest running brothel in American history. This building is known by locals to be the most haunted place in Butte, Montana, and possibly even one of the most haunted places in America, the Dumas Brothel.
Everybody is going home. I'll be left here on my own.
The history of this place is tragic. 3 deaths, and all 3 deaths suspected murders. So there's an element of mystery here. Did somebody kill these people, or were these deaths really accidental? I guess that's what we're trying to figure out tonight.
Beyond the silence, there is noise. Someone listens to my voice.
So join us as we dive deep into the dark history of America's oldest brothel and attempt to meet the spirits of the ladies of the night that once worked here and called this building home. I'm Colin Browen, and from Butte, Montana, you're watching the Paranormal Files. Here we are, Butte, Montana, baby.
Here we are. Butte, Montana, baby.
Here we are. On tonight's video, we are headed to an abandoned brothel that's notoriously known as one of the most haunted places in Butte. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, I was looking for that cop because this cop saw us flying the drone. He's been tracking us. It's crazy that it was in existence and operation until 1982.
Yeah.
So, like, literally, when I was in high school, I could have actually gone to a brothel.
That's crazy. I would never have thought that here in Butte. Should be noted that the last time Jeff and I really did a brothel, we actually heard the sounds of ghost women moaning, if you know what I mean.
Vulture City.
Vulture City. We heard it. We captured it on camera. We watched the footage over again. And guess fucking what? If y'all remember, if you've been watching the videos long enough, you probably will remember that next day after we filmed that, our camera got stolen out of our vehicle in Arizona and we lost all of that footage. To me, that was the holy grail of ghost evidence that we've ever captured.
Yeah. And the town was called
Surprise, Arizona.
Surprise, your car has been broken into and your camera's stolen.
Yeah, not the best surprise, not the best surprise. Hopefully that's a good omen for tonight and we can get something, because this place is notorious. I've heard from people, friends of mine online, that this place can get a little scary later at night, especially in an ominous area underneath the brothel known as the Cribs.
What are the Cribs?
We're just gonna have to wait and see, but I mean, isn't that kind of a scary name?
Cribs.
Cribs.
Sounds like, you know,
the Cribs under an old abandoned haunted brothel.
Isn't there like a Cribs like MTV show or something? Like, what's that called?
The Cribs.
Maybe like MC Hammer lives down there or something.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit different than that.
Yeah,
not nearly as lavish.
Cool.
But here we are, man. Dumas Brothel.
Here it is.
Or as Jeff and I have been calling it, Dumbass Brothel.
Dumbass.
D-U-M-A-S.
Yeah, this is the brothel for dumbasses.
Yep. Here we are.
On the mailbox.
Yep.
Dumas number 45.
All right, man.
45 caliber pointing at us right now. That's
yeah, probably in Butte.
Here we are.
When the cops come to get us.
There's the brothel.
All right, y'all. So
peace.
We're gonna go check in, and time to get spooky, man.
Let's do it, man.
Let's go, brother.
Okay.
The Dumas Brothel is one of the most historic buildings in all of Butte, a town that is known as the most historic town in all of Montana. Now, the Dumas Brothel is infamous. It's actually America's longest running brothel, operated all the way up until the 1980s. And there are so many stories that came from this place that you couldn't possibly tell them all in one video. Now, obviously, when it comes to the paranormal, we seek out stories of murder, of abuse, of more of the tragic things that happen in a location. And the Dumas Brothel definitely has stories like that. So when we got there, we knew that we had to talk to the owner, David, and try to figure out exactly who or what may be haunting those historic halls.
Hi, I'm David, owner of the Dumas Brothel, which is where we are tonight. You guys like to come on inside?
Let's do it.
Do it. Sounds good.
Hi, well, welcome to the Dumas. It's the longest running brothel in United States history, operated from 1890 to 1982. Was built to be a brothel, a high-end brothel. Originally, the only prostitution took place upstairs. It was called a parlor house. This was probably mostly all open. They had social gatherings, things like that here, maybe a dance or two. Anyway, it took probably until the mid-19-teens before there were enough men and women in town for them to expand. And that's when they partitioned this off into the rooms, at least on this floor. Downstairs, it seemed to have been all open originally, but we have recently found that they probably used that as a dance hall for a while before it was partitioned off into the smaller rooms known as cribs. Anyway, this was built by two French-Canadian brothers, Joseph and Arthur Nadeau. They already had some businesses in town. They didn't want to put their name on a brothel. Joseph's wife's maiden name was Dumas, and that's what they decided to put on the brothel. Don't know how she felt about it, but it was 1890. I'm not sure she had much choice. We've always heard it called Dumas. That's how it's pronounced in the United States. We actually had a family from Canada with that name here a couple years ago, and they said in Quebec it's actually pronounced Dumas. So welcome to the Dumas Brothel. The Nadeau brothers owned it into the 1920s. They both died in the 1920s, at which point we understand that their family started owning it and running it. They owned it into the 1940s, it seems like. During the 1940s, the madam here by the name of Lillian Walden actually purchased it from the Nadeau family. She became the first madam owner and the first non-Nadeau owner. Lillian seems like she owned it until 1950, at which point we think she sold it to another girl who worked here named Eleanor Knott. Eleanor ran it until 1955. Eleanor was planning on leaving to get married. Eleanor died in 1955, actually in the room right above us. There's a lot of controversies about her death. It was mostly called an overdose. However, it's written up as a coronary occlusion, which is just a heart attack. Eleanor was fairly young to have a heart attack. She was 42, so we're not real sure about that. The next person who came to acquire it after Eleanor died, name was Benita Farren. Benita was another girl who worked here. The way we understand it, within a couple of days after Eleanor's death, Benita had assumed control of the brothel. She moved into Eleanor's house, started driving her big Cadillac around town. There's other rumors about her furs and jewels and stuff like that. Take that as you will, but Benita ended up taking it over after Eleanor died. Benita actually became the longest serving madam here. She had it from 1955 until 1971. I found where she died in 1971 looked like of natural causes. She died of cancer. The way we understand it after Benita died is her family ran it for 6 to 9 months or so. And then a lady by the name of Rudy Giecek purchased the building. Ruby had been in the business here in town for quite a while, but Ruby purchased it, and Ruby owned the building until 1990. In 1981, Ruby and a couple girls were in here, and some guys broke through the door right here. They tied them up, They beat him, they pistol whipped him, and they robbed him. Ruby obviously wasn't too happy about that, so Ruby called the police once she got free. Police went out and found the guys. Those guys actually got some pretty serious time. Seems like they both got like 50 years for armed robbery, felonious assault, kidnapping. Unfortunately for Ruby, that trial became kind of a national sensation. The trial of those guys kind of became a national sensation. Even though there was no court TV or CNN back then, it still became a national sensation, and it kind of caught the attention of the IRS. The IRS basically said, well, you know, we're not necessarily the three-letter agency to care what you've been doing, but whatever you've been doing, you haven't been paying your taxes on it. At the end of 81, Ruby was convicted of tax evasion. I want to say it was February of 82. Town held a big going away party for Ruby, and she obviously pissed somebody off because she was sent away to a maximum security prison in California, where she spent 6 months. When Ruby got out, like I said, she continued to own the place. She just couldn't work it as a brothel. There's not a lot of records on what Ruby did after she got out of prison, but she ended up falling behind on her property taxes. And Ruby was about to lose it to the county for property taxes. Ruby was afraid if she lost the building to her property taxes, the county would take the building and they would demolish it or something along those lines. So one day in 1990, Ruby had gathered up antiques from inside the building, and she was going to sacrifice selling some antiques from the inside to try to pay off the taxes to keep the entire thing. She was right out here on the sidewalk. While she was selling those antiques, a gentleman by the name of Rudy Giecek was driving by, and Rudy was an antiques dealer. Rudy actually stopped to talk to Ruby, and they talked about everything for a few minutes, for a little while, and then Rudy's like, well, how about I just buy the whole place from you? The way we understand it is Rudy gave her a couple $100 on the spot that he happened to have in his pocket. Now, even though Ruby had gone to jail and done time for income tax evasion, she still had never paid those taxes. By 1990, the federal tax lien on the building was upwards of around $1 million. Ruby was afraid if it ever got out how much Rudy paid her for the building, the federal government would take that away from her to pay towards her income tax bill. So all that's ever known is that Rudy paid her is a couple $100. Rudy owned the place from 1990 to 2012.
The girl that worked here had seen her walking through the building carrying a suitcase.
Rudy Giecek bought the brothel in 1990, only 8 years after it went out of business.
I bought it from the last madam. She was going out of business, and she had actually just gotten out of prison.
Before buying the building, Giecek didn't believe in ghosts, but his views soon changed.
For a long time, nothing happened. And then, after about a year, things started happening. One time, I come, and there were some 2x4s out in back, and they were laid on the floor in the shape of an arrow pointing toward the back of the room. I don't know what that meant.
A lot of girls worked here, but Giecek says one woman in particular hasn't been able to leave.
Eleanor Knott.
Eleanor Knott was the madam in 1955. She planned on running away with her lover, but she was found dead in her upstairs bedroom. Many thought she killed herself by overdosing on alcohol, but Giecek thinks Eleanor is trying to deliver a message from beyond.
I rented Eleanor's suite out to a friend of mine who's an artist, and she kept trying to paint this portrait of another lady. She got so upset with it that she said that wasn't the face she was trying to paint. So I got to researching it, and I took the picture down, the painting down, and showed it to the madam, Ruby, the madam. And Ruby says, well, no, that's not Eleanor, that's Benita. Benita Farren was a lady that took over. She got all of Eleanor's money, her Cadillac. I think that Eleanor's trying to tell us that she didn't commit, that she was actually murdered.
Giecek says he's not sure why the ghosts are here or what they want, but he says they're not afraid of making themselves known.
Me and the tour guy was in here, and we heard noise in the back. We're the only ones in the building. We walked in the back, and there was a lady walking with a suitcase heading up the stairs.
For Giecek, history is still very much alive in the brothel, even if its residents aren't. and it's not always a cozy feeling.
I think it was the fear of the unknown, you know. It's something that grips you just instantaneous, you know, and then it goes away, but it's an awful fear.
About 2008, 2009, Rudy had a couple of heart attacks, and he got weak enough to where he couldn't actually work. Rudy fell behind on his property taxes, and he lost the building to taxes. Two gentlemen by the name of Michael Peace and Travis Eccleston came along. They purchased the building at a tax sale. Michael and Travis owned it from 2012 until 2018. Michael actually died in January of 2018. And Travis lost interest. Michael and Travis were a couple. Travis told me when Michael died, this was Michael's baby, and he just lost interest in it, which I totally understand. We had come into town in 2018 for another purpose. We just happened to find out that that this place was in default on its taxes yet again. We had no idea when the tax sale was. The morning we were about to leave, I was sitting in the hotel reading the newspaper, and I see the tax sale is at 9 o'clock that morning. This was about 7:30. And 2 hours after I read that, we owned the place. That's how we got from it being built to where we are now.
The historic Butte building that once housed one of the country's longest operating brothels, now owned by a couple from Forsyth, Montana. City officials confirmed the building of the former Dumas Brothel on East Mercury Street in Butte was bought at auction by Dave and Charlie Prince of Forsyth. The couple plan to renovate the building, open it up for tours, as well as use the reputed haunted building for researching the supernatural.
Are you guys ready for a tour?
Yeah.
All right.
Very interesting.
So how are you doing on your taxes? Good. Seems like this is a tax curse here.
That's why we still live on the other side of the state. We still have day jobs, so we can continue to pay the taxes. Wow. So this room right behind you here, these two rooms were the original bar. Like I said, I think these two walls or this wall was here, but there wasn't the wall in the middle. There's actually, we found downstairs, there's a set of steps, about 2 or 3 steps that were about right here that go down, and another set over here. It seems like the floor was about 3 feet lower then, just in these two rooms, than it is now. And you'll be able to see that when we go into the basement, because there'll be a room, the ceiling's only about this high, and it's just that area. You can see that's where the original floor was compared to where it is now.
Oh, man.
So this room is a good example of what the rooms used to look like. My understanding is this bed that's in that room came from the second floor. It was a little bit nicer of a bed. The second floor remained where all the money went, even after this was partitioned off. This floor was kind of the middle class floor. The basement's where the miners went, and the money still stayed upstairs. So this bed would have, having come from upstairs, it's a nicer bed. But this is a fairly good example. There just wouldn't have been the addresses on the wall and things like that.
So that's an original bed from the brothel?
That's our understanding as it was.
Wow. That's kind of crazy.
So this is Ruby Garrett's room, the last madam. Supposedly Ruby didn't like to go upstairs, and she never went into the basement. So Ruby took this room as her room. The historic madam's quarters is upstairs, and we'll get up there in a minute, but this is Ruby's room.
And Ruby passed?
Yes, Ruby died in 2012. Yeah, Ruby died in a nursing home. She was 92 years old. Again, I think this is an original bed that Ruby had. I think the handcuffs hanging off of it were not original.
I haven't seen those.
The dresses obviously would not have been on the wall while Ruby had it. These dresses, I think, were a lot of them were part of Rudy's old-timey photography studio. However, the two dresses on the changing stand there seemed to be original. So they probably were original to the building, and I'm pretty sure they were found in the basement.
Wow.
So a lot of the stuff the basement was closed off in 1943, and when Rudy bought the place, there hadn't been anybody really going in the basement since 1943. So it was kind of a time capsule, he said.
Wow. That'd be crazy to go down and just
That would be cool.
have it untouched.
Be the first one to go down there. And it's like,
There was also a journal of one of the girls who worked here that was found in the basement. Some entries from the journal we know came from 55. So there's another incident of, we know someone was going down there. I keep hearing that the basement was blocked off, but it couldn't have been blocked off. People had to be going down there.
Interesting. A little mystery.
This is a little refrigerator. When we bought the place, originally I thought this was junk and it could get tossed out. Travis was standing right behind me that day and he said, no, that can't be thrown out. There was a little woman who worked here named Sandra. It was either during Benita's madamship or Ruby's. Sandra was probably in the country illegally. We think she'd come in legally on a visa. She just never left. We'd always heard she was Italian. My wife a couple of years ago found out she may have been French. Either way, she was in the country illegally. The police would raid here quite frequently. The raids were kind of a joke. They were just looking for money. They were so much of a joke, they pretty much called down from City Hall before the raid and say, hey, we're going to raid in a half an hour. And that was so any notables in town would have time to finish up their business and get out. Sandra was afraid, however, if she was ever found out during one of these raids, the police would come to learn that she was in the country illegally and she'd get deported. She didn't want to be deported. So Sandra had either Benita or Ruby have this refrigerator made for her. And when they would raid, Sandra would get in here. She'd latch herself in from the inside. There are air holes back here. So she could stay in here however long she wanted. Sandra was never caught, and she worked here until she was 63 years old. And, the police are not going to ever think to look for somebody inside a refrigerator. But even if they did, hey, that latch is broken. We just haven't had time to get someone out here to fix it.
That's really clever, actually.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
very clever.
You're asking about Ruby Garrett. Here's a picture of Ruby. And like I said, if you look closely, it looks like she's on a witness stand. I don't know whether that was from the trial from when she was robbed, or whether she was on the witness stand from the tax evasion trial. But that is Ruby on the stand.
Wow.
She's just got this look in her eyes. It looks like I know where the bodies are buried.
Right.
That's with me. So I don't know much about most of these rooms up here. We'll look at the madam's quarters in just a minute. You were wanting to know about paranormal stuff?
Mm-hmm.
This room across from us right here has been one of the most active paranormally over the last couple of years. Everything from shadow figures to people getting choked. We've heard disembodied voices here. You name it, pretty much has happened either right in here or upstairs somewhere. I've seen shadow figures right behind us. I've seen something duck out from behind that wall when I was standing up here at the madam's quarters. I actually had two people get choked. One of them was in this room. The second one was standing right there in that little hallway. And they happened 6 days apart. It was really weird because we have never had anything like that. But that happened in 2021.
Why do you think they would be getting choked?
I don't know, maybe the entity was afraid of COVID and he was trying to get rid of them.
I was thinking of COVID.
Yeah, I don't know why they would have gotten choked.
Interesting.
I have no idea. I was here when both of them happened. One of them, a guy was sitting on the couch in this room and he was talking and he started choking and he couldn't speak and he couldn't. I didn't see it, but I was downstairs and could hear it. 6 days later, there was a paranormal group from Bozeman who was here. They came up, some of them came upstairs at one point, and they found they found one of their investigators standing over here, and he's like this, kind of the universal sign for choking. I hadn't talked about the first guy getting choked. And even if I had of, he wouldn't have heard because he was deaf. They seem to be totally separate incidents. These were all working rooms, and this was the high dollar place. The two rooms behind us both have water damage from where the roof leaked at one point. Michael and Travis got that fixed, the roof, but those rooms still have a lot of water damage. There is a bed that's in this room that's blocking the couch now. The bed is, again, it's one of those that's period appropriate, but it's not from here. The same with the couch. The couch, we think, is from the mid 1800s. It's been reupholstered, but it's not from this building.
How about the painting, the designs on the walls?
Oh, that stuff is all original, and it's intricate. I mean, if you look, it's
Yeah,
actually raised.
It's raised, yeah.
Yeah,
I see that.
yeah,
It's so crazy.
yeah.
It's kind of just that
And if you look on the where the wall turns right there, it's like perfect as it sits over the corner
wraps
there.
around it.
Yeah, it wraps around it.
So how many girls would work here all at the same time?
It depended on when it was. Originally, there were just a couple. It was probably the mid-19-teens into the 1920s and 30s. That was the biggest. There are 43 rooms in the building. The girls would rent their rooms by the month, but this isn't where they lived. It was just their workspace. So if a girl didn't come to work that day, the room usually wasn't used. Probably 20, 25, maybe 30 at one time was the most. We really don't have the records on that. And of course, there'd be nobody left alive to be able to tell us, at least from then. And at the end of the life of the brothel, there were only a couple at a time. This is the madam's quarters, the historic madam's quarters. This is the sitting room, and then this next room is the bedroom. And that is where Eleanor Knott, the madam, died.
Of the heart attack. Heart attack,
Yeah,
quote
of the
unquote.
heart
She was
attack.
42.
Yeah,
The one that's for
yeah.
Did someone just find her body?
Yeah, Benita found her body.
Oh.
The girl who assumed control of the brothel.
The longest owner.
The woman who then went in her
longest
house.
Madam, yeah.
Or madam,
Yeah.
right?
She moved into her house, started driving her car,
Yeah,
and
so Eleanor Knott was not her name.
Yeah, you hear that. What's that?
Charlie?
Should we check?
Yeah, the door was latched, wasn't it?
I thought I latched it. What the heck is that? Hello?
What was that?
It was a ghost.
Oh!
There he is.
Right there.
Hi guys, how we doing? Welcome.
good.
Brothels are always kind of an interesting location. They can be a mixed bag of energies, like anger and maybe happiness, but a lot of emotion for sure. The bottom part of the brothel itself being so ancient and back from the 1800s, that was crazy. I mean, there were lots of energy there. And I just think it's just, again, a really unique place to explore that we got the opportunity to do.
You know, it all started for me, over 15 years ago. Rudy Giecek had purchased the building from the last madam, in short, and her name was Ruby Garrett. There was one owner in between there, but things went a little sideways. Ruby Garrett operated this brothel up until 1982. It was at that year she got arrested for tax evasion. They never got her on solicitation. But understand that the Dumas itself ran open in Butte until 1982. And everybody knew what was going on here. And it was like many of the other brothels. Through the 70s, it wasn't just the Dumas. You had the likes of the 14 South. You had the Stockman, a gal by the name of Dirty Mouth Jean Sorensen ran that. It's gone now, but a number of these parlor houses are still in existence here. Got hooked in with Rudy Giecek, and he asked me to do some tours. Ruby Garrett I knew. She was a sweetheart. She, of all things, ended up in the Crest Nursing Home here in Butte, and I met her when she was 92 years old. She's gonna pass March 17th, 2012. I was a pallbearer at Ruby's funeral. And so we got lots and lots of stories. Most of them we can't tell because those people are still alive, or at the very least their grandkids and kids are here. And she was wonderful. She was more like a grandmother. I didn't believe in ghosts, not even remotely, till a group came in with an author by the name of Ellen Baumler. Ellen Baumler was the interpretive historian for the Montana Historical Society, and she had written a series of books called Spirit Tailings, Montana's Thrillers and Chillers. In short, she used history to connect hauntings and hauntings to history as a form of entertainment. Mind you, long before we ever had taps. At the same time as she was writing her first book, I was doing it in my classroom, just as a hook to teach kids. And different than the stories that she told, we could just leave the school and come up to these hauntings. And it was an effective way, believe it or not, for the kids to learn. And it also gave them an appreciation for Butte's old buildings, the history that it had to offer, and I guess most importantly, what stays here that we can't see, but can see us. And if you're gonna go to any place at all in this country where you're gonna find out if ghosts exist, Butte, America is it. And top of that food chain sits on Mercury Street, 45 Mercury Street. That's gotta be probably the most haunted building in the United States. The thing you need to understand is...
45, this building.
What's that?
That's the address for this building.
Yes.
45.
Yes, sir. 45 Mercury Street. On that trip, when I took her through, they had hunting equipment for paranormal. And it was that night that I was no longer a skeptic. And in fact, took me a couple of weeks to wrap my head around it. The thing about the Dumas Brothel, it's not a ghost story. It is not an urban legend. This is not a spooky ookie that you're gonna share with your kids at Halloween. What you have here, this is the real deal. And if you give the Dumas Brothel 2 hours, that's it. The next time you hear something go bump in the night, maybe it wasn't your imagination. I had come in, I knew they were setting up, and Rudy had told me they were paranormal investigators. They had set their equipment up, and Rudy wanted me to give them the story, the history of the Dumas. So I did so. And they asked me to stay. And I said, nah. I said, I'm really not comfortable with the scenario. And to be frank, I had been a real cynic kind of asshole up to that point. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. So when I walked through the front door, there was this guy in a little green hat, looked a lot like me, kind of bald, kind of chunky. He said, I didn't even hear you pull up. I said, well, I didn't, sir. I pulled by. I said, I didn't want to screw your equipment up. And when I said I left my cell phone in the truck, the guy looked at me really quickly, and then he paused, and I was kind of thinking, this guy's a little out there. He's a ghost hunter. He reaches up and he pulls an earplug out of his ear because he was listening to what was being tape recorded. And he said, wow, we haven't got anything in 2 hours. And he backed that tape recorder up. And when I had said, I left my cell phone in the truck, this voice that was not standing with us said, did he say telephone? And I looked at the guy and I said what anyone else would. I said, how the hell did you do that? And he looked at me very seriously and he goes, I did not do that. Then they were heading down into the cribs and Ellen asked me to go with her. And there was 2 pros as well, 2 other investigators. And I said, well, I'm not real comfortable with this process. I didn't want to tell her I didn't believe. And she goes, no, come down and see how they do it. You like it. You know the history anyway. I said, well, all right, I'll come along. And we headed down into the cribs. She pulled out a flashlight, set it down on the ground. She didn't tweak it at all, which shocked me. And I took a deep breath and Ellen looked at me and she goes, relax. She said, it's just like talking to someone who's there. Try it. And I said, well, okay, in a true redneck fashion. I'm looking at the flashlight on the floor and I said, okay, guys, I said, you know who I am. I'm in here 30, 40 times a year. And I wasn't meeting using the ladies because it closed in '82 when I was a senior in high school. I remembered when it was open. I said, there's a stick on the floor. I said, it's not gonna hurt you. I said, but if you lean into it, according to these people, your energy will make it turn on. Poof, it went on. Everybody went silent, including the pro. And I said, okay, turn that off, would you? Back away from it? Phew, it turned off. just prior to them shutting everything down. They had pulled and wrapped up all their equipment, and I had the keys out. I was going to lock it up and leave. And they were taking photos, digital. And this is when digital photos were just coming out. And one gal was standing in a room, taking a picture out of the room across the hallway at this leader, if you will. And he's talking to another guy down the hallway. I am leaning against the wall 6 feet away. And then I heard the guy inside the room say, "Oh my God, that's the photo I showed you." And I saw that and I said, "We're gone, get out. Everybody get out." They left, locked her up. They sent us a copy of that picture. Like any other madam in any red light district, their lives are very colorful. They're true characters. And they represent a time period, they represent a culture, and they represent something that wasn't really accepted by everyone. It was a seedier part of our culture. It wasn't like the mafia or drug dealers. It ran open. And the brothels in Butte, Montana, like any other mining town, the sex trade walks part and parcel with the settling of that. The push-pull factors. You're talking about a town that had nearly 17,000 single miners from all over the country. And with those kind of numbers, courting and falling in love and starting a family, your odds are nil and none when you're spending 6-7 days down in the hole chopping out copper ore. And so to pay for that level of experience, intimacy, was an acceptable cultural norm here. And these were not evil people in most folks' eyes. The brothels of Butte, Montana, when they ran at full bore, served a purpose. And the Dumas was the center star for that. It had both a parlor house and it had underground cribs. And one is designed for quick shopping. Is that how you'd say that? And the other, a more elaborate experience. And as you can see, like on these floors, they had running water, right? Wash bins. And you go down into the cribs, they got a little wash tub and basin. That was it. They hit the bell and came the next customer. So that whole culture was very much a part of our history. Here's what I would tell you. There's something out there that can see you. And you press your luck with it, it'll communicate with you. But it's there. And it's all you got to do, like anything else in this world, is go look for it. Because sooner or later, you're going to find it. And that's when things get interesting.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Looks like a male, and the only male in here was Chris, and that's not Chris.
What's cool about the basement is that you've heard, or if you read, it says the basement was sealed. Well, it wasn't really sealed, but it hasn't been used. It wasn't used from like 1943 on. And they just quit. Everything was left the way it was. So everything that's down here, like except for those pictures like that, is stuff that was here and it was just left. This hallway is very active. This room is probably the most active room in the building. And what I mean by left behind is like, that's where these greasy finger marks come from. That bottle of grape brandy has been there forever. The cigarette butts that you see in the ashtray, that, you know, not the new cigarettes, but the cigarette butts and the ashes are from there. The old Camel cigarette pack, the Lysol, the alcohol is new, but the perfumes are old. You know, all that stuff was just all in there. You know, they just left and walked away. This glass here, you can tell it's dusty and dirty, but if you look in the bottom of it, it also has amber residue. So they just left it. And they just walked away. These flags only have 48 stars. And this string is always kind of creepy because it reaches out and gets you.
Gotta love a good creepy string.
Gotta love a
How
good
can you
creepy
not?
string. Yep. So this is below the first two rooms where David was showing you that was telling you that it was the bar. And so here's how we know that the floor was down farther, because here is the old floor.
Wow.
And this is about the size of the first two rooms. And if you come and look and shine your light up there, you'll see a curved piece of wood.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Okay, those are the old.
Right there.
Those are the old stairs. Those are the half moon stairs.
Wow. So they call this area the cribs.
These are the cribs, yeah, down here, all these rooms.
And why is it called that?
It was the name given actually to all prostitutes' rooms or housing, generally because of their size. People normally referred to them as crib-sized rooms. There was barely enough room for the bed, and you could probably walk beside it, and there was maybe a chair for them to sit in and wait. And so basically, like in the back rooms upstairs, if you look, you can see the wear patterns in the linoleum from where they just paced while they were waiting for people to come.
Wow.
Waiting for their next customer. And that's why they're called cribs. They're actually, the ones that were across the street were a great example to look from the outside. The rooms were only like 11 feet across.
Wow.
And probably not much deeper than that.
That's crazy.
That's where cribs comes from.
That's tiny.
Mm-hmm.
So he had said when we were upstairs, we kind of got interrupted. There were 3 deaths in the building. We only talked about one of them. Do you know the other 2?
The other 2, the last one, I'll show you when we go back upstairs. And I can take you to, it's the other interesting part of the basement.
Definitely got a creepier feeling down here.
It does. It's kind of oppressive.
I don't know if it's like the color scheme and the paint.
Yeah. Well, and nothing was ever redone to this, really. I mean, after the upstairs was still repainted. Hey, don't trip on the pipe.
No.
Okay, so this is one of the ways. This is at the back of the building, and you should be able to, you can feel the air move up here. This is air coming in from Butte's underground tunnel system.
Oh, wow.
From the mining tunnels and from originally the steam tunnels. All of Uptown Butte was originally serviced by a central steam plant. So they had steam tunnels coming in, and that's how you got around in Butte in the wintertime, if you were a male. You could come from the courthouse, watch your heads. You could come from car dealerships. You could come from the mines and never come above ground. And back there where it's cinder blocked is where the steam tunnels were.
Oh, wow.
And this is where the other death is thought to have occurred. She was, I can't remember her name now, but she was being pursued, and another girl jumped in front of her to save her. The guy was after her with a knife, and she got killed instead. And the creepy part is they had laid roses on this rock, and you can see right here. We came back a few days later. They came back within the first 2 days, and the roses had been stomped on, but nobody has been in the building. And we came back within 10 days, and now the roses are under the rock. Nobody's been in here.
So you guys put the roses down?
No, the film crew did.
Oh, yeah.
The investigators did as like a memorial.
Mm-hmm.
But it's under the rock.
But now they're under the rock.
And they had been stomped on.
And they have been stomped on.
So that leads you to believe it would be more negative. Whatever would stomp on roses.
Whatever would. And also, that's not a little rock. That took considerable. I mean, that's tough. But you can tell they're under there. as well as some interesting little bones
Yeah.
and blacks.
Okay, interesting.
So one of the girls was actually getting chased by a man with a knife, and another girl. But they both worked here?
That's as far in the story as we can dig, that we can find. That seems to be what the conclusion they came to.
Interesting.
But the girl who jumped basically in front of the other girl got killed.
Yes.
Yeah. Sacrificed herself.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
She sacrificed herself.
And this is the boiler.
This is the old boiler. This boiler actually worked until 1982.
Oh my gosh.
Thought is that they cut the electricity off when Ruby went to prison, and nobody came in and drained the boiler, and it cracked.
So what kind of paranormal activity do people experience down here specifically?
Boy, just about everything. In the basement itself, we've had partial apparitions. You can hear voices. You get a lot of EVPs. Women, well, I guess both women and men get touched. They just get touched in different places. Women generally feel like they get their head patted or their hair, like somebody's just patting it. Some of them get pinched on the backside. Yeah, get a lot of EVPs, sometimes there seems to be the spirits of children here. I've had people express feeling like they had someone grabbing a hold of them about knee level, and just hanging on. Yeah, just about everything.
So just a question about the history. Other brothels that we've been to, they used to do underground in the buildings. Do you think that ever happened here?
I don't know. There's always stories of babies in the boiler.
Yeah.
There's always stories of baby in the boiler. I don't know that they happened here. Butte has its own history of not necessarily but selling babies on the black market.
Really?
Yes.
What do you mean?
There was a midwife. Her name, I can't remember her last name. Her name was Gertie. The story is called Gertie's Babies. She delivered a lot of the unmarried and prostitutes' babies. And at that time, it was really common to have, to give women laudanum while they were in labor for easing the pain, but it also confuses their memory. And she would deliver the baby and tell the mother that it died, when in actuality what she did was she took it and they went right out the back door, and they usually had the couple waiting, and I'm told the baby wasn't even always cleaned off completely. It was just wrapped in a blanket, taken out to the waiting parents, and they left and claimed the baby as their own.
That's crazy.
So they'd use opium.
That was a common practice for women in labor to receive that for painkilling and to ease the labor for them. And these women have just found that out and have found relatives through how common DNA has become and getting your DNA done, and they have found this tie back to this person. Wow. And to this area that they all came from here, and then some of them have found they were related.
That would be a shock, I can say.
Some of them were very shocked to find out they were adopted.
Exactly.
Wow.
I was gonna say that would
So do you think that happened here, like women forcibly being forced into selling their babies?
Yeah, they were just lied to. They weren't forced to, because they didn't profit from it. She did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally were just stealing.
That's what I mean.
They're just stealing their babies. Yeah. I'm sure that it was. I'm sure that they did, because she did it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and I can imagine that being a reason for some form of paranormal activity too. I mean, how tragic and heartbreaking that is, repeated so many times. Yeah,
to think that you've lost, you've lost your baby, and they also think that's a newer prevailing theory, perhaps. You hear about so many overdoses in this business, in prostitution in those days, and a lot of those were from the common use of laudanum and morphine. And what they have found, some sociologists are thinking that laudanum can induce an emotion in a woman, but there's a really fine line between what's a lethal dose and what will start the process. And they think a lot of these ladies weren't really trying to kill themselves from the depression and being in the business as much as they were trying to abort an unwanted pregnancy. And they just miscalculated because that drug is very weight dependent, and metabolism and everything plays into it. And so they think maybe not as many as they once thought.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, anything else down here you want to cover?
I don't know. This was the bar that I showed you was the Prohibition era bar as well.
Wow.
So you never know what you might find in there.
Where was that at?
That's this room that's right down there. Where the right below where the bar is upstairs.
Sure. Okay, sure. I see
Yep.
the bar, yeah.
And that's where that shadow figure was that he showed you the picture of.
Yep.
The
one
where
behind
Chris was in here.
Yep.
Yep. That's the room that was in. So there's been some activity there. Some people feel like a woman and her sister felt like they had been rushed in there, like an entity rushed them and meant them harm.
Oh. I do feel kind of charged down here.
I just felt like I got my hair pulled here, like this. I don't know, things get in your head, but it's like, what the heck? Like,
it is like just energy.
Yeah.
You can feel. I feel
this is
like
way more intense than I thought.
Me too. It's kind of got like an eerie kind of like it's here vibe.
Like we also step back, for me, way back in time when we came down here.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by
transition.
Yeah, like it was sort of sealed.
I got goosebumps too.
But yeah, nothing has really changed down here since that time period.
Well, you want to go see the last
That's
death
right,
place?
the last death place. I forgot about that.
Then I guess we can start ghost hunting.
Duck your heads. Oh, this, by the way, this room is the smallest working room in the house. You can see it does have what was a working transom. It did have a door. It has hinges. This was the transvestite room.
Really?
That's what oral history tells me this room was called. So this brothel served whatever your taste was. It also meant that if you were the bouncer or the bartender, your day could get interesting if that was what the customer desired.
Yeah, right.
You're the only guys around.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Is that what would happen?
That's what would happen.
Wow.
Just like those oily fingerprints. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
If you look inside one of the other doors, there's another set.
Wow.
So this is actually the site. You want to be this way. This is actually the site of the other documented death in the building, and it's strangely related to the first one because the victim was Benita Farren's husband.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently he fell down these stairs in a drunken stupor and broke his neck and died a very short time later. Unwitnessed by anyone, found by his beloved wife Benita.
We think might have killed her predecessor, Eleanor.
That's my working theory, and I don't think she broke his neck, but I think she knows who did.
Interesting. So someone else may have even had a part in it.
And what would be the gain for Bonita for that? Money? Was he taking?
She didn't have to share anymore.
It is interesting that she found both her husband and Eleanor dead.
And that, I can't imagine that that this building was pretty busy in that time period and no one else saw it. It was unwitnessed. No one was apparently here or around or heard it. She found him. She didn't see it happen. Yeah.
Convenient, yeah.
It's That's why I think it's suspicious. And even his death certificate, when you look at the copy of it, the cause of death is listed as accidental fall with a question mark.
Oh, interesting.
Question mark.
With a question mark.
What was his name?
Funny.
John Farren.
Okay.
Who do you think are the spirits that are mostly here? Do you know, like, are there specific entities or people that come back?
I don't know about who they are exactly. In the basement, there seems to be a male presence that comes out. You'll be working along with the spirit box, and you'll be getting a lot to come through, and you'll get sometimes several different ladies will come and speak, and we'll answer some questions and stuff, and then all of a sudden they're gone, and there is a man there, and he's usually aggressive towards men. I mean, not really necessarily physically aggressive, although he gets that way, but he's very gruff, and he won't let the ladies talk anymore.
Interesting.
So he dominates them.
Mm-hmm.
When he shows up, they kind of cower or leave.
Mm-hmm.
Some man
There's
down
him,
there.
and I think there's some women that seem to appear repeatedly. We've had an EVP that we feel that Chris has said was Ruby's voice, although I think that is a residual. That wasn't like an intelligent haunting.
Really?
It's a residual. I think there's a lot of residual here. I think there's a lot of transient here.
Mm-hmm. Come and go.
Come go. Mm-hmm. Because when we've interacted with them, a lot of them haven't really indicated that they were necessarily a part of this building's history, but they're just here.
And Butte might be maybe back then was a place that a lot of people came for these services, like from out of Butte. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That travelers.
Well, yeah,
come
because
and go for the certain. I mean, I would think, you know.
There certainly were a lot of people coming in and out all the time.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, there's just that overlay of the transient population that mining was, and all everybody. There weren't that many people that we were from here.
Yeah.
They all came here because this started as a little tiny mining place and has just been here ever since. So they all came from somewhere and brought something.
And so, last question. You would say this place is haunted?
I would.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more of a skeptic, but there's so many things that I can't explain. And I've heard the voices and I've seen them interact with people. Yeah, I'd say it's haunted.
Okay.
So you should get your money's worth.
Well, I mean, back in the day, they used to get their money's worth, so hopefully tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind
Good
of,
one.
I don't know, bad joke. Okay, man.
Be the first.
So starting the investigation, that photo of the woman was on my mind, and I was really on edge because not only did it not really look human, but it just looked so scary. I mean, I've never seen a ghost photo like that. You guys let me know in the comments below if you've seen something like that, but I know that in my time spent traveling the world hunting for spirits, that has to be one of the three, I'd say, clearest photos of an entity that I've ever seen. And to know that it was taken in that hallway that we were about to start investigating was putting me on edge, because as much as I can sit here and tell you that I want to see a spirit, oh, I'd love to see that, being in the moment, in the pitch black, thinking about turning the corner and seeing the ghostly image of a dead woman, yeah, that's a little scary. So I was a little freaked out, and the energy and the activity that night definitely went on to match my personal vibe.
After learning the history of all the violence, if you will, the murders, I was really excited to actually get involved in this and just kind of see what we came up with. I had no idea how dark this would become for us.
Okay guys, so that was a chaotic interview process. Really great stuff, really great to meet all those people that we just met. Want to shout out everybody for sharing their stories. But I gotta say, I'm really on edge right now. Jeff and I can both agree. I mean, look at where we are. Currently, we're in the upper floor of the Dumas Brothel, and I mean, it is literally, it's like scary up. One of those lights just flickered. You know, we don't try to make anything scarier than it is when we film these videos. For example, the video we filmed at the World of Mining Museum, I wasn't freaked out at all that entire night. There was energy there, but it's like, it wasn't, you know, negative. But here, it almost feels like Jeff and I have stepped into a woman-only space. You know what I mean? Like, these women were working here, they controlled the building. Oftentimes, the men who came in here were the clients. I mean, some men would abuse the women that they were paying to have time with. Some of the men obviously were into some really strange things like choking and other sorts of violent play. And then there's the element of just, you know, it being this women's space and men not being welcome in the hours when they're not working. It really does give me that vibe in here, like we're just not welcome. And Jeff and I have already seen something, we've already heard stuff, we haven't even set our stuff up yet, but yeah, how are you feeling, my man?
Well, you know, this is what our third night of investigating. By far the creepiest feeling I got is in this building. And I would just say, like Colin said, men aren't welcome here, maybe, is what I'm feeling. But I've got a vibe, I told you earlier, like almost of Sally House for me, especially downstairs. That doesn't mean there's a demon. It just means like some bad energy for me. It's sadness and so forth for me here. So I think there's a lot of stuff to cover here, so I'm ready to get going.
Me too. I just felt a breeze come from over here while you were saying that. That just tickled my face.
Yeah, well, I felt like remember?
Yep.
In the lower level, I thought that someone came and pulled my hair on my leg. I mean, that's all the way I can explain it. And, you know, it's like now I've got chills and they just keep coming, chills and chills. So, unexpected.
The chills, they're multiplying.
Ooh. That killed my vibe.
Okay guys, so right now Jeff and I are on the main floor of the Dumas Brothel. We have a static camera set up there. We have static down there. We have a ton of devices in this hallway. And we're gonna basically just try to call out all the spirits when we begin.
Outside. Oh, yeah, there's that. I got the music box trained on the madams. The madam.
Yeah, madam.
Madams.
Madam.
Come on out. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, so to anybody here in the brothel, whether you were a former madam, you were a worker here, maybe you were somebody's husband who were killed, or who was killed, or maybe your death was ruled an accident, or they said you took your own life and you didn't. We would love to talk to you. Voice. Yes, we're going to give you a voice tonight. We want to hear you talk, so you can talk freely. We're not afraid of you, okay? My name's Colin.
And I'm Jeff. And this is the Paranormal Files. Oh. Okay. Can you let us know who you are that's making the paranormal music box go off? Talk in one of these devices we have set up here. Use your energy and tell us your name.
Busy.
Oh, weird.
Yours said busy. Right before we started filming, Jeff and I were talking about how Friday night, right now at midnight, would be a busy time. You just said that.
Said it.
Yeah, like
we said this is like really busy.
The loft.
Oh my god.
The loft. Oh, that just the.
What?
I thought the REM pod just spiked, or am I stupid?
Man,
loft.
I have total.
Are you upstairs in the loft area?
Taylor, did I scare you?
Oh,
Taylor.
Did I scare you?
Taylor, and did I scare you?
Okay, yes, you did. I've got. Look at this. Look at again. Look at my arms.
I know.
But can you?
Oh! This one.
Are you coming out? Can you? Oh. Okay, so we got a name.
I don't mean to scare you.
Thank you.
Yo, did that just say, did I scare you?
Yes.
I don't mean to scare you.
It asks,
whoa.
Did I scare you? And then it says, I didn't mean to scare you.
That is insane, actually.
And then Colin, I asked who came out of the door.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Taylor
came up.
Taylor.
And then the music box. Taylor, are you continuing? Yep. I keep saying Taylor.
I know. Taylor, are you here? If you are here, go walk towards one of those red lights.
Whoa! There's both of them. Both.
What the hell? Oh my god.
What the
shit
fuck,
dude? What the hell?
Thank you, Taylor.
We gotta not be scared. Because she
Yes.
thinks she's scaring us. Nurse.
Oh, wait a second. Well, we're talking about, remember we were talking about like illegal and maybe putting the babies in the boiler?
Yeah. I want to.
Oh, okay. I wonder if Taylor is a nurse. Taylor, if you're a nurse, can you make the music box go off for me again right now? Just to clarify? Just to confirm? If it's you, Taylor? That scared me.
Both of them went off.
Oh my god, that thing is so loud back
I
there.
know.
I feel hopeless.
Oh.
Well, that is definitely.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
In my mind, that
Okay.
would definitely be.
Okay.
That would definitely be a woman who maybe was forced into this, job, or was depressed, or lost her
Stella.
baby. Stella. Another
We're good.
woman.
Taylor, Stella.
Taylor and Stella.
Okay.
Florence.
Florence. That was my aunt's name.
Dude,
Florence Brown.
all women's names.
Florence.
Taylor, Stella, and Florence.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? Okay.
Whoa, which one's going off? Which one's going off?
This one's
Oh, that one over there. That one all the way.
Okay, there's a lot of activity down here. Oh, okay. What the hell?
Thank you, guys.
Okay, so.
Thank you,
this is
women,
the
for
paranormal
coming
music
out.
box. REM pod over here is going off.
By the way,
This one's going off.
I want to announce to everybody in here that we're not here to actually buy any.
Oh, Shelly. Another woman's name. Okay, we got.
Yeah. I want to say to all the women here, we're not here to purchase any services. We just are here as friends. We are completely platonic friends of yours. And we especially would like to talk to someone who lost their baby, because I think that there were some.
Right behind me. Dude, someone just stepped in.
Okay. That
Thank
was
you.
Blue.
Yeah.
Now it's green.
Thank you for stepping in right here. So maybe.
Well, this
This
is
is their home.
This is where they,
Yeah. I want to speak to. Oh, dude, I feel it right here. I want to speak to someone who lost their child.
Okay, yeah, we would like to. Thank you again. We'd like to speak to somebody who lost their child here. How do you want to do that?
If you're here with us right now, can you go like this and knock on something?
Elevator.
Do you hear male voice?
I just know something.
What the f was that?
Ask again. Ask again.
And knock on something?
Elevator.
Do you hear male voice?
I just know something.
And knock on something?
Elevator.
Do you hear male voice?
I just know something.
Did I just hear a man speaking somewhere? It sounded like it was on a different floor though. But it was like a.
I didn't hear it.
Really?
No.
At all?
Well, I mean, I didn't hear what you heard.
Did I just hear a man?
Anybody that's here again, we're here just to again communicate with you. We'd love to hear from you. Any way you want to do that. Knock on a door, a window. I know we have all the devices, but we'd like to hear your voice or hear something more physical from you, like a knock on a door. Please. easily can be a girl as well.
That is so wildly
Okay,
specific.
but right when it came up, girl, Mick.
Yeah. It's weird though, after hearing that man's voice, it's kind of like all the REM and the music boxes stopped. Oh, girl.
That just.
What if it's the spirit of a John coming and saying, I'm looking for a girl?
Could be.
You know?
Maybe it's like Mick is a guy.
Yeah.
I'm Mick, I'm looking for a girl. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be that too.
Is that a yes? Is Mick a male spirit that's here?
What was that?
Up there.
Click up here. You're gonna keep coming out. It seems
Sit
like
down
we've
here a
got
little
something
bit.
more. Again, activity is happening down here. It seems. What
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
the heck? Oh, this right here. Oh my gosh! I'm just like, whew, there's so much energy right here.
Damn.
Okay, this
Look-
one
look
went
at-
off.
Wait,
This
look.
one went.
You harm.
They mean you harm.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Whoa.
It's the women warning us against the male spirit that just came in here.
Quiet. I demand, like, warn you. We're here to not cause you any harm. I mean, we don't want any harm from you guys. We just want to do this to show that you are here.
Oh! Woo! Yo, all three. All three.
What in the heck?
All three.
This one, that one.
Look at this one, never goes off either.
I'm like so confused here. Okay. So
Oh,
this
did you
is-
hear that?
No,
Like a footstep.
I think we need to just somehow sit and listen. There's like a little squeaky whistle.
Watch out for evil.
Immediately, they mean you harm. Watch out for evil. Right when this male thing comes in here. What the f?
And remember in the beginning, I felt, and like, this is not like a good energy. Like we said it. A bad energy is here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's this guy
Yeah.
that controls. Maybe it's Mick.
It almost seems like there is like a positive female energy or a sad female energy, but then there is like a man that's stalking the hallways and like people getting choked, people seeing and hearing all the weird shit getting rushed downstairs. Doesn't seem exactly like a all happy haunting. And we're not even trying to make this freaky.
Okay.
This is just what's
I'm telling
happening.
you, for me, I think we got to remember that. I think every REM pod, this place, we've got it fully covered in these rooms. It's like all the rooms are full.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting out of this. Like all these are going off,
It's like they're all coming out in the hallway at the same time.
or they're coming and going. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like a busy time, right? Just like I said.
What's interesting is, do you think that all of them usually busy on
Usually
Fridays?
Bad entities here.
Bad entities here.
Entities here. We're just saying that.
Well, this is the floor where
Okay.
nothing really bad's ever happened.
Okay.
You know, the choking and everything's upstairs, and then the rushing's in the basement.
But the John died at those bottom of the stairs.
Yeah. All I was gonna say was I feel like the REM pods all going off at the same time could be like a repeated energy of somebody walking in the doors looking for a girl, and would they not all come out and look in the hallway? Who do you want to pick? You know what I mean?
I made that sound.
Oh. Okay, who made the sound? Make it again, please. Oh my god, behind me. Dude, where's the other one?
Battery?
Where's the other one? Right here.
Right here.
Oh, keep coming.
And this said battery, like assault.
Are you coming in and out of the rooms? I don't know if they're... Oh, see, there's that. I don't know if they know we're here. What do you think? I mean,
I think so.
do you?
I mean, dude, look at it. Just said battery, like assault and battery.
Oh, okay.
Like they could be warning us bad entity.
Right.
This man that hits people, chokes people, assaulted women in the past. Maybe.
It's not human.
Oh.
What? Oh, God. Human?
Oh, that's not good at all to hear.
I wasn't expecting that. This is supposed to be kind of the okay floor, right?
Yeah.
Not. I mean, calm.
Cold on my neck.
We haven't been upstairs at the basement. I mean, this is crazy already. What's going to happen here with us?
Doctor.
Doctor and nurse.
Okay. So. Doctor.
What do you guys think? You got to let us know in the comments. Doctor, nurse. It's kind of leading us to feel like there's obviously bad entities here. I was thinking it was a man at first, but then it said it's not human. So I don't know what that is, but
Look at my camera battery's about to die.
I mean, yeah.
I gotta grab a new battery.
it almost
We are
reminds.
apprehensive.
They are apprehensive. See, I think then they are hearing us. They see us, but they're, it's like there's bad energy here. There's timid energy here.
It's
You know
well,
what I mean?
it's like what I was saying
Yeah.
about maybe they don't want to talk to us right away because we're men.
Yeah.
We're apprehensive, but they're warning us that there's like either a bad man or bad something.
Yeah.
But nurse and doctor are too weird to.
Yeah, I don't know what that would.
And whole.
Yeah, whole, but got to change a battery.
Yeah, my camera's
Okay,
gonna
so
die.
I guess we're gonna take just a short little break here.
It's gonna be 20 seconds. You can just, yeah. Okay, I just charged, put a new battery in.
He killed us. Whole doctor. Maybe it was a doctor
Maybe
that
there's-
botched like
Maybe there's
some
a
sort of
hole,
procedure.
You know what I mean, though? Like I'm thinking more like fetuses and stuff like that.
That's what I mean. Buried shit underneath the building. Ashes even. What if they burned, as dark as this sounds, what if they burned the babies and the fetuses and just spread them out in the basement? Dug a little hole. All right, so what we're gathering so far is that there's a bunch of women here.
Listen.
Right when I started talking, shh, listen.
Can you say something or make a noise for us?
Son.
Son,
for
like
sure.
losing your baby.
You told us to listen. You want to tell us about your son that you lost? Whoa!
This one again? Okay.
I asked if you want to talk about your son. So they do.
Okay, let's ask.
It's a woman.
Distract.
Distract.
Like they're doing this to distract us or what? I don't understand.
Maybe someone's doing this to distract us from listening to their story. You know what I mean? Maybe someone's setting off. Oh, I got a chill just now. They're setting off the REM pods so we don't listen and we keep talking.
My back hurts so bad right now.
I know, me too. Whatever the that was crazy. Right here, the two by us too. This one and this
We
one.
can knock.
Okay. We can knock. Let's hear it. We'll sit and listen.
Can you finish this?
I'd kind of like to sit on the floor or something a little bit. Me too. Or get a chair, I can't believe how much activity is down here. Oh, that was like a knock. That was a knock. You'll hear that on the tape.
You're next.
Dude, I just feel like so.
Two distinct energies in here right now. One, a woman who I think lost a baby or her son. That's why doctor, nurse, it's like she was saying in the interview. That's she's trying to tell us a story of something effed up that happened to her.
Yeah.
Then there's an angry man that keeps coming in. You're next, setting off our stuff.
And she told us, remember? There's a dominating male figure that's not nice. And the women scatter we had all those women names first.
Yeah.
And
then the man, I heard the man's voice, and then they stopped.
Exactly.
Do you want us to go upstairs?
Did it get hot in here?
Yeah.
I'm like all of a sudden like really hot.
We're here.
Okay, can you tell us where you want us to come? That way? I'd say that's, a cue. Like, let's go.
I would really love to hear a knock. Since you said you could knock like this. Where'd that come from?
Oh, what?
Dude, the knock. Did you hear that?
No, dude, I'm kind of freaked out on what I'm told.
No, I'll affect you, Lucifer. First of all,
Look at this.
Oh my God, I want to point out that knock came from that direction. Then, did the music box just go off?
Yes, I mean
music box, and then I'll affect you, Lucifer. It's not human. What if it's not even an angry man? What if green
eyes? Oh, dude, I can't stress enough. Look at I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just like, I hate to say it, charged like to the hilt here. I mean, this is crazy.
Me too, dude. I'm wearing a long sleeve and I have goosebumps.
Okay, whoever made that knock, let us know you're here again, just to let us know. Do a knock or use your voice and say something. Please. Like a clock. A tick. Right there. Is it?
That's that camera, but the knock before was on.
No, this is a definite click.
Oh!
Okay. Dude, no, this one's...
Oh, dude, both of these, all three of them, right by us. It's following us.
Okay.
It's literally following us down the hallway, dude. Oh!
You know what? I gotta like somehow...
It's following us down the hallway. Yeah. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, I know.
What
dude, I'm just like... I'm kind of feeling this energy like I'm...
Mood. It'll affect you. Mood. Look at you. You're getting affected already. Yeah. It's only been like 20 minutes.
I need to actually sit down a little bit. Just for a little bit. I think I can sit on this.
Here, well, let's move upstairs. Oh, dude, it is cold right here.
It feels good, actually.
It is actually cold. Do you feel that?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels like...
It is right here where this is going off. It's cold.
Is that box on?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah. So I think at this point... Spirit. I think at this point we've identified that there is somebody here. There's an angry either man or... I don't want to say the D word, but... It's not human and Lucifer.
Let's be like honest.
Yeah.
Said Lucifer.
It could be just a negative thought form or energy that's scary, and that's what rushes people, chokes them. Can't breathe. I just said choked. I just was saying the word it chokes them.
I know.
And oh my God. And there's a woman here who I think lost her baby, but I think we need to go upstairs because it seems like that it's waiting for us up there.
Yeah, I agree.
You want to go?
Yeah, I'm just like a tiny little sit down.
Okay.
I'm not feeling really great, and my back hurts. It's like something's like weighing on my back. I'm not sure really why, but it's just the fact.
Okay, let's pause for a second.
Just for a second.
So what was this thing? Could it be the spirit of an angry old John? Could it be a woman who was angry at a client of hers? Who could this be? I mean, whatever it was telling us that it was not good. It was definitely not a good energy, and just based on how Jeff and I were reacting physically to the environment, you could tell that it was bad and there was something there that wanted to harm us. We had no idea what was coming that night, but we wanted to keep pressing on and getting more answers, and we did.
The hallway, we were just getting so much activity, like tons of REM pod hits, the music box. We felt all this energy. It wasn't the floor that we expected it to start like it did, but it did. But we once again had no idea how evil this entity proved out to be for us.
So we came up here to set up. We're about to do an SLS, a Fleur Session Spirit Talker DR60 in this room, which is one of the most haunted rooms in the brothel. And the REM pod is going crazy immediately. It's literally like somebody has followed us up here and they're just sitting at the door.
God, that thing's just going crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off for a second. If there's anybody up here. Oh! Shh. If there's anybody up here, can you make another sound like that? Music box downstairs. Hello?
I will talk to you.
We have some money. So once again, to any women who may be up here, you don't need to be afraid of us. My name's Colin. This is
Jeff.
my dad right here. But also if there's an angry man. Leonard? Look at that thing dying. What the fuck? I put a battery in that before we started filming. You remember that? I asked
Yep,
for a
I gave
9 volt.
you a brand new battery.
Well, that's interesting. But if there is an angry man up here who's harassing these women, we're not going to stand for that. And you need to come out and be a man and talk to us tonight.
What's that clicking down there?
Another REM pod.
Can I do a Fleur? I need my hands free.
And if you're a demon, we still want to talk to you too.
Well, it did say Lucifer, right?
Yeah.
Anybody that's here, this is like a toy that will show you. Can you step out in the hallway and show me you're here? What's that?
Hurting. Can you just use your voice or maybe knock and just tell us where you are?
There's like this kind of patch materialized by the mic here. I don't know if you can see this or not. See this dark blue right here? It's a cold spot right there. That wasn't there. I don't know if you can see it. It's getting bigger actually. Are you over by the stand?
Oh, look at that.
Right
It's
underneath
right
the stand.
there.
I mean, this is just a wood floor. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Can you make that area get colder by the camera stand that you're at right now? Just show us that you can do that.
Thank you. Can you please step away from that? Now we can see that you're here. Kill. It just said hurting and now it just said kill. The thing is so powerful, it's just triggering this. Don't tell people. Kill, hurting. So I gotta say,
I've been talking about this lately
Yeah.
while I've been filming. I keep getting these, not like psychic visions, but I feel like I can like see stuff nowadays.
Okay.
And I kind of proved it true a few times in videos, but 2 times now, I felt like I was seeing a woman's or some sort of gray hand on that doorway.
Fingers?
Yeah, I've seen like a gray hand grab the, like almost like
So,
come in.
I'm just gonna put this on the door.
If I just saw you, can you make a noise, please? We'll pay you for it.
Oh, there's a camera right there. No wonder.
Open.
Can you show your hand again on the door that Colin saw from you?
I would love to hear you say out loud your name. Or at least let us know if you are one of the women, so a human, or the inhuman thing that haunts this area.
Dude, there's a fucking spot here on the door. Look at this.
What?
Look at this.
Yo, what the f*** is that?
Hold on.
Yo, what the f*** is that? What the f***? No, actually, what the f*** is that?
There's the camera right
Yeah,
here.
yes.
Look at this thing right here.
What? No, honestly, dude. Wait, walk over to it.
Okay, hold on.
Yo, I have goosebumps, dude.
Just wait, man.
What the f...
What?
I couldn't tell what it said.
Here, look at the...
What?
Hold on. Let me look. See the little mark here?
It's on the f***ing
Dude,
door frame. It's on the door frame.
Look at the door.
It's literally on the door frame. Dude,
I
what
know.
the f***? Am I psychic or what the f***?
Hold on.
Holy shit.
Let me see if I can get a temperature.
Yo, I gotta get a better shot of this,
Okay.
man. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
it's-
but look at that.
Can you
it's
see?
like a
Look,
f***ing hand.
look, and I'm moving
Does it not?
Look, I'm not. I've got a ringing in my ears here. Hold on a second. Dude. Dude.
That's the sensor. It's getting colder.
Okay, Colin, this is a freaking cold downstairs. Look at this.
I know. It's the
But,
robot
but
just
look,
went off saying it's
look
getting
at the
colder.
Look, this is colder though. The blue is cold. The blue is cold. Look at it. It's like it's got the door. Look at the door is almost like missing a chunk. It's the cold right here on the door frame. This is a camera. That's the camera. That's frickin'. Look at that thing. Look, it's like a hole. Look, see it? It's almost like you can see through it.
What?
Isn't that frickin' weird? It's like eating through the, look at, it's like eating through the wood. What the f? Isn't that insane?
If you're in that room, can you make a noise or set off one of those devices again?
Look at this. That's crazy, man. Look at that.
Dude,
Look,
somebody's in that
look.
room right there.
The blue, it turned it into like almost taking a chunk out of the door frame.
Yeah.
It's fading though. Look at it, it's still there though.
Yo, I'm stepping back, dude.
Oh my gosh. Can you make another cold spot? Come on, show up like you did here. This is like really the first
Yo,
time.
I'm actually.
Look at this. Look at that, dude. You can almost see through the wood right there.
No.
What? What?
Oh, I'm gonna walk over here. Okay, thank you. Please don't be a ghost in here, please. We lived close. Okay, let's walk closer. Look at it up close.
Okay. Here.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow
Wow.
you.
Are you gonna look?
It's right here.
Look at this though. Look at. I'm not even lying. Look at. It's like a hole in the wood it developed there.
I know.
You see it?
Look.
Okay. Hold on.
What does it look like up close?
Wait a second. Wait a second. I gotta. And this one's dying. This one's dead.
I know.
It died.
Get out of that.
Let me see here if we can pick anything.
Where was it?
Well, it might be too close here. Here, I gotta get back. This is too important here. Let me look at. It's still. The remnants are still there. Right there. It's right here.
Where is it?
Right there.
Can you tell where it is? Look for the painting.
Here, let me see. Wait a second. Here, did I? It's too close. Wow, that was freaky. Oh God!
God, a
Jesus,
fly
dude,
just flew up to
dude.
my ear. Sorry.
Dude, you could break that banister
Sorry,
and fall over. My God.
Well, a fly just flew into my ear.
Jesus, you gotta be careful, dude.
Well, I'm already on edge because we just got what a f***ing handprint on the wall.
Almost freaking did.
Well, the goddamn fly tried to kill me.
Okay, hold on. There's something in this picture that's like.
Oh my God! F that fly. Investigate.
It's right down here.
Okay, so it's at the. I just want to look at it.
But there's a blue.
So that means that it was about right here, right?
Let me see where your hand is. Yes, close to it.
Something about this painting. All these windows I don't like in here. All right, well, we just got a weird thing on the door, a weird orb, a weird blue cold spot on the painting right next to it. But I think we should do the SLS and the DR60 because it keeps telling us it wants to communicate.
Shit, that was crazy.
That really was.
Am I?
And that fucking fly almost killed me just now. It almost sent me over the railing.
Fell over that thing.
This fucking fly flew right into my ear. It's got this whole place to buzz around in. Plus, can we talk about the REM pod going off at the same time? The fucking spot on the wall.
That's me. So, crazy piece of evidence we got was the fleur on a door frame that Colin felt something was standing in. The fleur we've done a ton. You don't see it that much because we don't get a lot. Something was in there and we don't know what, but that was a crazy piece of evidence to me that we've gotten for a long time, I felt. Yeah, the fleur will show like it's a patch on the door frame, like it was actually touched there by something cold, which is what we normally are looking for with the fleur, a cold image, and that's what it was. But I wish I could have maybe gone back in time and left, because I really was about to be attacked and I had no idea that was coming.
God damn it, I just stopped rolling for 1 second and look at what the spirit talker said.
It said demonic.
Demonic. Okay, so we're sitting right now in the most haunted room upstairs. This is where they caught all the SLS stuff earlier. This is where they said the things come from the basement up here.
He caught also the fleur image.
Yep.
He showed us right in that chair over there.
Yep.
And then we caught that funky fleur on this door. Right? On the door. What did it say?
2-0.
Yeah, a knock.
Oh, thump.
Oh, again. Anyway.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a DR60 in here. And I wanna try talk to either, this thing said demonic, and earlier it was warning us about something that's not human, and we heard something screaming on the DR60. So,
I mean, that's a pretty big deal right here on the flare, because you rarely capture anything on the flare, really.
No.
And that thing is a cold spot, and it disappeared, and this is where they had the flare image, this room. So I just want to make sure.
Keep in mind, right after I said I was seeing something dealing with the f***ing door too.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Which
Watch yourself here.
Watch yourself here. Okay. You see, I'm trying to actually be a little more calm because I'm like genuinely to my core scared for some reason. I'm like, I just don't feel like it's that good of energy. It's like really unexpectedly dark feeling.
Yeah, and you know, I think as well, it's like when you talk about a darker image, I kind of am thinking of like I'm dreading going to the basement, because that's where I think the dark image is really at.
You hear that?
Yes.
I just got chills up my body.
Gosh.
My life was short.
It's like a murder.
You hear that? There's a click on the floor.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do the DR60 now. We're either gonna try to talk to the inhuman, angry person, or the woman who I feel like had her son taken from her in some capacity. Okay. Recording. Okay. Of course, there's a truck.
Motorcycle.
always something.
Go away. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna restart the session because of that motorcycle. Okay, to whoever's in here, we're not here to harm you or be obviously mean or even judgmental, but can I ask what your name is?
Music box.
I can use this.
Can you tell me if you are evil or good? Just say evil or good. Either one.
Nurse.
So maybe you are asking for a nurse because you were pregnant here and had your baby in one of these rooms or in the basement. Is that true? Did you give birth here?
Can you tell me which floor of the house you like to hang out in the most? The first, second, or third floor? Which floor do you like the best?
So if we're talking to,
I'll move something.
I'll move something.
if we're talking to the woman,
Downstairs.
can you tell us how you died? Since I'm assuming you know that you've passed away.
I'm having a hard time swallowing. Are you pinching my throat or causing my throat to be dry? Just say yes or no.
Page.
Are you choking him right here? Maybe this is also the evil person. Are you choking him?
Dude, my mouth. It's just like so dry on the back of my throat. I might have to go get some water. Damn. You know how your mouth gets pasty? I have like no saliva. Damn, look at that. Oh, kind of freaking me out. What is that? It's a REM pod down there.
Why does this thing like choking people?
Scarlet.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably go get some water.
Right now?
I think I have to. I'm kind of like, I can't swallow.
Are you serious
Yeah,
right now?
I am serious. How do I do this?
Just pause it.
It's kind of freaking me out.
I'm just gonna sit here.
I gotta get some water.
My remains.
What? What?
I'm like just, oh,
What?
Jesus. Oh,
What?
I don't know, it's just freaky here, man.
I've never really seen him like this. I don't know. It is interesting that on the spirit talker it said, I will affect you, and choking earlier.
Oh, Jesus.
What? Is that by you?
Yeah.
Seems like something's doesn't like Jeff. I don't think it cares about me.
Did you hear that?
What? Jesus, you look like you're terrible. What's wrong with you?
It's like something was following me or something, but I'm... God, I'm kind of freaking myself out, I think.
Oh, what's...
Jesus.
Do you actually want to stop for a second, or what's going on?
A second.
Where are you going?
Just trying to walk a little bit. God, my throat is like closed.
No, what?
Just like something following me or something.
What?
My throat is definitely sore. My throat here.
What the f?
Dude, I think it's like this. I think it's like this angry person, this dude, you know? That's
Yeah.
what I'm just like, look at this. Look at that.
Damn.
Look at, I'm just like,
Holy shit.
whew. I mean, I'm okay. But it kind of like, I felt the fear, I think, the way I would put it, of somebody like being down there. That dude, that scary guy, that's who's, I think, here. That's who's choking people. I feel like that's what's happening to me. But it kind of took my breath away. It still is. My throat feels like if you had a bad cough and then you have cough for like 4 days, it feels raw. That's what my throat feels like right now. And then you try to swallow and you can't quite swallow.
That's so weird. That just started happening like a couple seconds ago.
Yeah, I feel absolutely.
It's weird when you actually stop and consider it, though, that you were standing right here doing the flare for like 4 minutes, and right there's where the other guy got choked.
I never thought about that. Yeah, there's definitely... Oh, jeez. I'm just, again, just like... I'm like heavy-chested. My throat hurts. If you're the angry man that's playing with me, give me a sign that's you. Be a man.
Oh. I thought I just heard a children's voice.
This is freaking really weird with my throat, though. I'm telling you.
But yeah.
It's like it's still happening. Like he's giving me a sign.
If you're the angry man that's trying to fuck with Jeff,
Was that a knock?
get out here right now. Oh! That was not me.
you
That would not be me.
Oh, man. I'm kind of like...
You should dig here.
What?
You should dig here.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I gotta get out of this area again, man. Dude, this is like... I think...
We need to listen to the DR60.
Let's turn. Let's just take a little...
Okay. You can't bother us in here, okay?
This is... My gosh.
I've never seen you act like this.
Lights.
What if it's the spirit of a woman who was strangled to death here by an angry man?
I just feel like crap.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's a female spirit, but she's aggressive and she's the one that strangles men, almost as if to say, like, no one ever found me, like, this is how I died, listen to my story. Maybe it was a doctor who killed somebody.
He'll get you.
He'll get you. But they're also warning us about this demonic evil man.
Yeah, I think it's this man that's... God, it's almost like my throat is closed, like half closed. Oh. What is that? Downstairs room, bud. Yeah.
Dude, there's somebody downstairs.
I'm telling you, when I went down there to get my water, that freaked me out. Someone's following me. This is a freaky place.
Are you downstairs right now? Make that thing really make music and grab onto it if you're down there. Even stronger, please.
Alice.
So you can hear us and you're making those noises. Can you scream or stomp or do something loud?
Look to the right.
What is it? It's literally going. Oh my god, I'm hearing whistling and footsteps.
I have many regrets.
Dude, I'm like...
Shh. Dude.
Full out.
It's the farthest one by the stairs. Can you throw something down there? Move something down there. Open that refrigerator up. It's just standing right there at the stairs waiting for us to come down.
That's exactly what I was kind of trying to tell you. It's like when I went down the first time, going down the stairs, yeah, that's why I yelled, Colin. And then when I came back, I kind of ran up the steps. Excuse me. Oh, shit.
Why don't you ask it to make a noise though?
And then I just...
You're aware of me.
Yeah, I am aware of you. I mean, it's nonstop. It's
almost like it's trying...
Dude.
When you think about it, it's like it's trying to get us to not listen to the DR60.
Yeah.
Think of how many things have disabled us or stopped us from listening. You started to get choked, you had to get water. The second time, that immediately goes to full blast.
I know, it's still going.
It's like, we gotta listen to it now, because obviously there's something on here that it doesn't want us to hear.
Well, this said, listen to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, really?
Look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Listen
to this.
Listen to this.
So I think there is a woman here. There's a victim woman, but then there's an angry man that, once again, doesn't want anybody to talk or share any stories.
I think exactly what Charlie said.
To harm you or be obviously mean or even judgmental, but can I ask what your name is? I think you can. maybe you are asking for a nurse because you were pregnant here.
Wow. What the hell is that? Come on here.
I think you just killed the...
What the hell? Oh, I'm just
Dude,
like...
the moment
look
it
at
brought
this.
us out here, it stopped again.
I am just like totally... Whew. There's like something here with this for sure.
We're delighted you're here.
What did it say?
We're delighted you're here.
Can you make a noise for us down there? If you're the mean guy, make a noise or play the music box.
Watch out.
Better watch out.
I'm afraid of the railing. Almost like a sense like I could get pushed over the, over the railing.
Let's finish listening to this.
Did you have any AR-60?
Mm-hmm.
Baby in one of these rooms or in the basement. Is that true? Did you give birth here?
Christine.
Tell me which floor of the house you like to hang out in the most? The first, second, or third floor? Which floor do you like best? So if we're talking to... I move something. We're talking to the woman. Can you tell us how you died? Because I'm assuming you know that you passed away. I'm having a hard time swallowing. Are you pinching my throat or causing my throat to be dry? Just say yes or no.
You must help.
Are you choking him right here? Maybe this is also the evil person. Are you choking him? Why does this thing like choking people?
Well,
Yeah.
that certainly didn't do much good. Let's ask a couple more questions.
At least I have some saliva in my freaking throat.
Why are you so angry?
Can you tell me if you are the person that chokes people up here? Say the word choke if you are.
What's the secret you're trying to hide?
I just saw something.
Right.
The thing is clicking downstairs.
Is there somebody waiting for us in the basement that wants to hurt us?
My remains.
Maybe in the boiler. Can you say one of our names? You know our names. Just say one of our names, please.
Why are you so angry? Can you tell me if you are the person that chokes people up here? Say the word choke if you are. trying to hide? Is there somebody waiting for us in the basement that wants to hurt us? Can you say one of our names? You know our names.
Wow. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but this is really strange.
Dude, I'm freaking exhausted. Like, my energy's gone.
I know. Well, I don't even really want to go down into the evil basement.
I mean, I would like to not go down there, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, it's like other places I just like, let's go do it. And it's like there, I just feel like, there's like dread waiting for us down there, you know? But look at now, I've got moisture in my mouth. It's weird.
This has all been f***ing weird.
This is a weird vibe up here, man. I mean, that's how quiet it is.
Hello?
Did you hear like a
Here.
in this instrument right here, use your energy. Tell us where you want us to go. What was that? That was like
The metal clashing.
That was like a big sound. I was talking, but I could hear it. Use your energy. Tell us where you want us to go. What was that? In this instrument right here, use your energy. Tell us where you want us to go. What was that?
Yeah, this is freaky.
All right.
What the hell is that?
That was like a big metal.
Yes.
Jeez. Every time that happens, I can kind of feel like energy go through me. You know?
Well, let's go downstairs. Let's bring the dual port.
Bye.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm glad to get out of here.
So at that point, I've never seen Jeff really react the way that he did. I mean, it really did seem like he was getting choked by something. He couldn't breathe. I thought maybe he was having a medical emergency like an asthma attack or an allergic reaction to something, but it obviously wasn't that. But we needed to take a break because when it comes to the paranormal, your mental health, your physical health is way more important than any evidence than you could ever be capturing. So Jeff and I decided we're going to take a break. We're going to head out. We're going to grab some food. We're going to leave a DR60 and a voice recorder rolling in the building and come back and check on it in about 20 minutes. And that's what we did.
So what's happening?
You know, so for me, I'm just...
We've been sitting here like 15 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling well. You know, I think it's like my energy's like being drained. My back hurts. I'm sick to my stomach. I think it's like feeling this building again, but I think I need some food.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel good.
What do you mean, just like drained? I mean, you look kind of
dude,
weird.
I'm just, my back hurts, like I said. And I have a headache. If I really think about it, I just feel crappy, you know?
We're moving around.
They're moving around is right. All these devices are going off, like every doorway. And it's kind of like I need a break to get out of here, actually. I just want to get out.
That's crazy. You don't usually do this, man.
Well, I'm just honestly, I think it's the best thing to do right now, actually. I just want to go. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I know you want to stay. But...
Well, we talked about this off camera. I'm going to go, obviously, with Jeff to go get a bite to eat somewhere. I mean, it's like almost 1 a.m, so I'm pretty sure we're just going to have to go to like a gas station. We're going to leave a DR60 rolling in here and an EVP recorder along with the static camera. We're going to be gone about 15 minutes. I think it would be good too because my blood sugar keeps going low, which I keep, it's weird. Every time, I've told this to people online, every time at haunted places that when they're really active, my blood sugar just drops.
This place is active.
Very active.
We're only on the main floor, which is not supposed to be that active.
I know.
I'm kind of drained, so, and your blood sugar too for you.
Yeah.
We got to get some carbs in.
Yeah, so let me grab the DR60.
Okay.
We'll just film this right now. Do you have where's your recorder?
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my god, that's so loud.
And that one down there.
Oh, one on the doorway.
Oh.
Something just came.
What?
Okay.
What the f?
I think dude, let's just...
What the hell, man? This is crazy, actually.
Let's just take a break, okay? Honestly.
You sure you want to go? You don't want to stay
No,
for a
I
sec?
do want to go, yeah. I feel like I need to get out of here.
Okay, well, I think this is a good idea. This is a good idea, actually.
You gonna leave it?
I'm going to press record, and then we need to go so it's not audio contained.
And I'm gonna set it here, okay?
Rolling.
Okay. And here, gonna roll this.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this, and then we're gonna check in when we get back. Okay, guys, so we're back. I'm gonna listen to this DR60 recording. There's somebody talking.
Oh my god, dude.
That was us coming in at the end.
Oh my god. That's a lot of stuff on there.
There's something angry and violent here that was just sitting waiting for us.
I think we have to like listen again. I want to listen to that again.
Chills.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like somebody kept saying like, help me, or get out.
Yeah, what was that?
Music box again. All of a sudden. Did we just hear your voice screaming?
That was upstairs. Oh, gee, I'm like just... What the fuck?
That was so loud.
Can you do that again for us, please? Oh, Jesus, okay. Oh my god, dude. What the frick?
Oh, that one.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh.
What the hell?
The thing's going ballistic. Can you step out? Step away from that, please? What is this room? Do we know?
Oh, did you just see something?
No.
You didn't just say something?
No. I felt
like I just heard a male whisper.
Oh my god, look at this thing. Oh, look at this. God, it's like a... Dude. Man, oh my god, look at that thing going crazy. Look at that. What the hell, dude? Huh?
Dude, full body goosebumps.
Okay, guys. Oh, look at this, man.
Look at
I'm goosebumps like big time.
I know.
Look at that thing going nuts.
See all the static? I'm backed up to the wall right now.
Jesus Christ. I heard something like that, like... What the hell? Look at this thing. This one's still... That thing quit down there, dude. Yeah. Can you step away from that, please? Please step away and give us some quiet, please. Do you think it's this, like an angry spirit that's doing this?
Right before that burst of insane REM activity, I have to say, which is still going on the camera. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to hear. I heard a male whisper that was like, right in my ear, man. Oh, did you just see something?
No.
Oh, did you just see something?
No. I got like a stabbing back in my, or a stabbing pain in my right shoulder blade. Wow.
I mean, honestly, did you hear that?
What? I didn't hear it, but I thought I heard something.
I'm 100%.
Okay, something.
This one. Look at right when I turn this one off.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? I know this is obscure, but how much our REM pods were going off at Mothman, the episode.
Yeah, it does. Really.
I mean, it doesn't have the same energy, but it's like, what the... These are just going like crazy here tonight.
Well, it's crazy when all of them go off at the same time.
I mean, different ones. And
Different,
this
different
is different.
places.
That's different.
Different areas.
This one's different over here. That's a different kind.
I swear to God, though, I just heard that man's whisper with my own ears, and I know the camera picked that up.
I'm hoping
it was literally right behind us, like,
yeah, well, you heard it, I think, twice, didn't you? Then?
Yeah.
Peter out. It seemed like someone was trying to talk to us with the DR60. We just couldn't quite understand what they had to say, but we felt like it was the time to go downstairs and use the SLS to see if we could see them. The whole night it felt like they were trying to lead us down into the cribs. It's like where they were leading us to. And when we got there, we realized that that's where we needed to be.
All right, guys, so we're headed down right now into the basement area. This is the most haunted, supposedly, part of this building. The part that Jeff has been dreading. Oh!
We just passed that. Okay, that one to set it off.
No.
Yes, we're going to go to the basement, but you want to come with us? Step away from that. You can come with us. This is where that f***ing energy's at, man.
I know.
Okay, should I shut it off?
Yeah. That's not you.
That can't be me. Should I turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now we are in the cribs below the brothel. So if you remember, this is where more of the low-income people came, where the rowdier folks, there was more violence that happened down here. And this is kind of the layer where the angry man is supposed to live, according to people that have experienced him down here. There was also that murder down here, the stabbing. We're set up in one of the most haunted rooms. They kept telling me repeatedly off camera that I should sit on this bed and see what happens. We've also got our dual port right here, which is a geo box and a geo port, which is basically like spirit box technology, but noise cancellation, all of that, so you're just hearing the voices. All right, to whoever's down here, I want to speak to the angry man. Or one of the women. I don't know your name. Can you tell us what your name is?
Dave.
Who are you? Is there an angry man that lives down here?
Why do you come down here? What are you seeking? Camera just died.
What?
Wow, it sounds like they're having a conversation.
Yeah. Wait. Is there a woman down here?
I was just gonna say that. Yes, there is. Yeah, and it was a female.
What's your name? Lynn? Or
I could listen to it.
Bill. Did you used to work here at the brothel?
It's almost like doors closing or slamming or something.
Yes. Do you know the name of this place?
Thought I heard no. Oh, that was clear. Woman.
Can you say Dumas?
Are you a minor? If you're a minor, say I'm a minor. Like you worked in the mine.
I thought you were Dumas. You're right.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So did you come down here and have sex? Can you say sex? Tell us what you paid for down here. I could hear that.
Who is the evil person? Is it a human?
Wow. He burnt me, I thought it said.
Does this bad man hurt the other spirits here?
To the person that said, he burnt me, what's your name? That's okay, you can speak. The woman who was burnt, what's your name?
Woman.
And a woman's voice. I kind of feel like it's a lot of women. And it's the dude again.
I'm interested in knowing who the guy that we felt all night who's scary is. What is he? Was he a customer? That's like a moan. Oh. Was he a customer? Yes or no?
Can one of the women please step forward and just tell us your name? It's a guy again. Every time.
Melanie? Did you die here? I'm wondering if we could talk to the woman who lost her baby. Can you say baby or my son or...
I'm gone.
Child?
It's a child.
What happened to your child?
I thought it's an oven. The mean guy, whoever you are, let the women talk. Stop bullying them. So one of the women, just please tell us your name so we know who you are. One of the women. I can hear her.
I heard like Melanie again.
Melanie?
Why can't we get any of the women to actually talk to us? They're begging.
That was a clear whatever it was.
Is the man stopping the women from speaking out?
Yes. I think they're suppressing them.
A knife.
It's almost like it's someone like running around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, don't, no, no. You know? Do you feel that at all?
Definitely. Get out. Or get her.
There's some definite voices, clear voices, like that.
Bite. Are you threatening to bite us? Dad. Are there demons here?
There is. There is. Hurt. I think you could really dig into this a little bit. Oh, that's definitely something.
What can we do to help you if you need help?
There's a ton of talking. All men that are, I'm down or come down.
Come.
Oh yeah, right. Come down here.
Are you having sex right now?
Yeah. I wonder if we're listening to their conversations. and they're not responding to us. My gut feeling, and I obviously could be wrong, is like it's almost like we're listening to their conversations, and they're not aware that we're here. Are you aware that we're here? Again,
It said earlier that we're aware of.
yeah. Again, are you aware that we're here? Can you acknowledge us?
I'm gonna pause this because his battery's about to die.
Okay.
I say we should just leave this on.
Mm-hmm.
Go walk around
Okay.
with the SLS.
Okay. Good. And then do what? And then.
Hey everybody, it's Colin here. Thank you for watching today's video. Hello to all the new subscribers and hello to the rest of our beautiful, wonderful spooky family. As you know, every single week here on the channel, we give away a free gift bag to one lucky viewer of the show. And this week, to enter the contest, all you have to do is like today's video, let's smash that like button, and comment, "That was spooky," in the comments section below. I'm gonna give you all 10 seconds to do this now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So go comment. You can comment multiple times. It helps the video so much. But anyways, let's get back to today's video. Thank you for listening to my little spiel. I love you guys so much, and stay spooky.
Okay, so the box is right here.
Oh shit.
He's right here. Okay, what's your name? Here. We see you sitting on the table right by the box. Can you tell us your name?
There's a footstep out there. It's Jeff.
Wow. I could have swore it said it's Charles, but I don't. We have to listen to it. Can you tell us who you are again? What your name is? Clearer. You're right. You're right by.
They're sitting on this table.
They're right in front of us, right here. Oh, what the
Oh,
hell?
it's getting off the table.
Where is
It's getting
it
up to walk.
going? Dude, it's right here. Dude, wait a second.
George. Oh, it's getting cold right here.
Oh, it's cold. It's absolutely cold, dude.
Are you trying to drink some of that liquor?
Why is it so big? Are you making it cold in here? It's like hanging or something now.
Here. What are you doing down here?
Dude, I don't know where this is supposed to go. Oh, it's gone. Where'd you go? So, do you... Oh, almost had.
Okay, there's another one on the table.
For some reason on the table.
I don't know why it would be on the table.
Oh, it's gone. Where's he?
Why the table?
Where are you going? Is it because like the alcohol? Do you like alcohol? Are you trying to get a drink? What's the deal with the table? What do you think? Look at it. He's trying to reach into this cage in front of us.
Oh, what the hell?
What are you reaching for? Tell us what you're reaching for.
Wait, is that on the bed?
Yeah, it's on the bed.
Look at it, it's laying on the bed and it's reaching for this cage, this bird cage.
Okay, what are you reaching for? Tell us on the box over there. An owl. I don't.
A bird.
Look at. Oh. This room is active though.
Yeah, there's
There's a ton of spirits in here.
Yeah. It's like, where do they go, you know?
Was that a man or a woman that we just saw?
Okay, they're back, reaching for the cage.
Something in the cage. Did you have a bird?
Was this your pet bird?
It was mine.
It was mine.
The bird?
Oh, look at. He's trying to go in it. Look, he's trying to reach inside. Like
What was your bird's name? What was your bird's name?
That's bizarre. He's looking like. Are you looking for your bird? It's right here in front of us, dude.
Oh, Mildred almost.
Can you lay down? This seems like it's your bird. God, look, he really wants to hang on to this this cage.
If this is a woman who worked here who had a bird, what was your name?
Look at this. It just like wants to be in there. Like, where's my bird?
Oh, it got bigger.
You know, like standing in front of it right here.
Did somebody hurt your bird?
Oh, I feel like my fingers are tingling, dude. Oh, it's like they're asleep.
Do you miss your bird?
Look at this, it moved away from my hand.
It feels colder. It really does feel colder in here.
Bird. This is a person that this bird was very important to them. You know, obviously, it's where it just goes to. Look at it, it's protecting it. It puts its arms around it.
Well, my camera battery just randomly dropped to 1%, so we're gonna run up, grab a new battery. Bird! We're gonna run up, grab a new battery, and then do an Estes method session before we call it a night. So
That was very cool.
let's go do it, man.
Okay, I thought that was
super cool.
man.
Thanks for talking to us.
Yes. And your bird is safe.
Your bird is safe with us, don't worry.
Yes.
So in the downstairs of the brothel, it really seemed like there was somebody in that room caring for what seemed to be their pet bird that was in that bird cage. We've never really seen something like that, but it was such a strong figure and anomaly that it kept reappearing. And that's why we knew we had to set up shop in that room right there and do the Estes, because we had a figure, we had a spirit caught on camera right there wanting to communicate with us. And this story that was about to be told through the Estes method session was one that would go on to stick with me. It's something that I've thought about for the rest of this trip, and I think I'm going to be thinking about for a while.
Okay, so for our final part of this investigation, I'm shooting on a handy cam right now because all of our other batteries are dead. The two for our main cameras, most of our other handy cam batteries, we're lucky that we have these. But we're gonna do an Estes method session. I'm sitting on the bed right now. I'm gonna be asking the questions. Remember, just a few seconds ago, we captured a spirit, not only on the table over here trying to get the liquor, but also one that was trying to tend to their bird, it seemed like, in this cage. But Jeff's gonna go under during the Estes method. Yeah, slip it on, let's get going, man.
Normally I'm on the other side of this.
Yep.
This is the, okay.
Also, just to show folks at home, it's 3:37 in the morning.
See, where's the...
We are dedicated to finding the truth about the afterlife, and don't you say nothing else. Okay, I want to ask to whoever is here.
People hear my voice.
People hear my voice.
He went away.
Okay, he went away. Well, that's good. So we're talking to the woman who owned the bird. Can you tell us your name finally? We've gotten a lot of names tonight, but I want to know specifically who's here in this room.
Call me. Call back.
What's your name?
I used to be here.
Yeah, well, I figured you are no longer here. This place is
It's criminal.
It was a crime.
He's a criminal.
Who is he? I guess you don't have to give me your name. Who is he?
Pistol.
Pistol? Did he kill you? This man that you're talking about?
He put it in my head. He put it down in my head.
So he killed you with a gun. This man.
Screw you.
Oh. Okay, I want to keep talking to the woman, not the man. I think it would be freeing to tell me your name. What's your name, ma'am?
Go to hell.
Oh. Well. So we are talking to the man now. What are you? Are you a human or not?
Phil.
Phil.
You ain't. You ain't a man.
Oh, no, I am. I'm married. I have a wife. Oh, and I also know what I'm packing. I am a man.
You can't catch me.
Are you?
You know what?
Did you
make me?
Did you kill a woman?
It was a mistake.
Why does he have his hand over his eyes like that?
Unidentified person.
You just killed a random woman?
Oh no, oh no. It was a woman. She said, oh no.
It's almost like we're hearing a playback of the murder.
So many voices.
You know what I mean? But that angry man is here and he keeps taking over the conversation. I need the angry man to leave so that I can talk to the woman who works here in this room. Please tell me your name. It'll be freeing.
Be strong. You're not a man.
Oh, you need to get out of here, man. Tell me your name, please.
Please. A woman's voice. Please.
I'm trying to help you. If you could please just tell me something. How can I help? I want to know your name.
Mary.
Don't be fearful.
Mary.
Mary. Mary. Okay, Mary. Thank you for telling me your name. Who's the man who killed you? What was his name? Was it Phil? Was the man's name Phil?
Oh, he shouldn't. That's not a good thing to say. Hide. You're not safe.
What am I not safe from? Tell me what I'm not safe from.
You should be worried.
Jesus, worried about what?
Calm.
What the hell? You should be worried? But this says don't be fearful and calm. Okay, yeah.
You don't want this.
You know what? I really think the woman... The woman is...
Don't say that.
The woman is talking through the spirit talker almost. Saying, don't be fearful.
Just disgusting. It was a woman's voice.
Don't be fearful. Stay calm.
He's disgusting.
Shut up, dude. You are so f***ing loud. It's like every f***ing second I can't even make a thought.
Like making fun of whatever.
The man is making fun of me and being rude, and the woman is saying, just be calm and you'll be stronger. Yeah, I'm not afraid of you, man. You're gonna have to do something scarier than use your voice to get us out of here. Why don't you flicker the lights or bang on something, or I don't know. Why is he holding?
Oh, he's like, shut up. Like I'm walking here, like that kind of thing. Like, shut up. I'm from New York.
So did you...
I told you.
So are you a human? I'm assuming this is the man. I'm trying to be calm. You need to stop being so angry.
Laughing.
What is that?
Yes, sir. Or no, like, yes, sir.
Over there.
Where? Where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you? I don't know where you are. I can't see you.
You're tired. I'm tired.
Can you move something in the room that you're in? Maybe move one of these glasses? Show me that you're real and that you're really the scary man.
You're dreaming.
I would like to be in bed. Yeah, you're not scary enough to keep me up.
Stop. Just stop.
You need to stop scaring people. Because you are. You choke people, you threaten them. What's wrong with you?
Oh, really?
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Make a decision. I hear you. I'm gonna kill you.
Oh. No, you won't. How are you gonna kill me?
I'm something with your back. I'm back.
You're gonna stab me in the back? Is that what you're saying? It's not gonna happen. I don't believe.
You need it. You need it.
No, I think I'm good actually. I'm not afraid of ghost knives. You're not actually. You don't exist right now.
There's a lot of voices.
So what are you? Are you a human or are you something else? Tell me yes if you're a human. Basically a human.
Bottom. Look in the bottom. Oh, in the bottom.
Pressure.
I am here.
it.
I am hearing some footsteps upstairs. So what
It's gonna be trouble.
So what can I do for you?
Right.
So what can I do for you to get you to leave these women alone? Or just to leave Mary alone right here in this room? What are you wanting?
Kiss a girl.
Well, Mary doesn't want to be kissed. You need to take a lesson in consent, my friend.
It is what I say.
No, it's not.
Every time.
This is not the 1900s anymore. This is 2023, pal. That shit doesn't fly.
There's a lot of voices.
Mary, I want to ask you a question. Did you ever have a child?
I came up with a name.
Close.
What was the name gonna be?
I can't.
Mary,
It's a woman's voice. I can't.
Mary, I'm so sorry I have to bring up these traumatic memories. But did you lose your child?
Ben.
You were gonna name him Ben? Did you lose your baby?
A man. I'm challenging him. I'm gonna challenge him.
Did your baby die during childbirth? Mary, did Ben pass away when he was being born?
I ran away.
You ran away after he died?
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that. That must have been traumatic, obviously. Do you think that...
It's too bad.
Yes, it is. But do you think that your baby died a natural...
Dumas. Let me ask you.
Do you think that your baby actually died, or do you think that your child was sold or given away to somebody?
Don't. Please just listen to me.
I'm listening. Tell me what you have to say. I want to figure out if...
Further charges.
Did this man that we've been talking to kill your baby, do you think?
Can you say that again?
I said, did this man that we've been talking to...
Oh, kid's voice. Kid's voice. I can't. A kid, though. First time a kid.
Did this man kill your child, Mary?
It's not nice.
To kill a child? No, it's not. What happened to your baby, Mary? What happened to Benjamin? The truth will set you free. Did they drug you up?
Roses.
Did they give you a lot of drugs before you gave birth? Oh, it's so creepy in here. Did they, Mary?
A woman. I tried. I'm on the roof.
Mary, did you take your own life?
A woman's voice. She's distraught, I think.
So, Mary, did some man...
I'm feeling like emotional.
Mary, I'm so sorry, but bear with me. I want to find out your story.
I've been waiting.
Did a man kill your baby and that caused you to take your own life? Maybe an unwanted pregnancy?
It's the end. It was the end.
The end of your life?
Woman's voice. It's the end. It was the end.
It obviously wasn't, Mary. When you died, you're still here in some capacity. You can go find Ben. Ben is still out there. You don't have to stay here.
She's dead. A guy. A man. She's dead.
You need to get out of here, man.
She's unconscious.
I think you're the man who killed Mary's baby.
You're trouble.
Well, you're a piece of shit. Mary, fight past the man. Just confirm to me if this story's true, that this man that's here that we're talking to. Tell me, Mary, did he kill your baby and that caused you to take your own life?
Chronic case of ugliness. I don't know. Chronic case of...
This guy is just nasty. Is that what happened, Mary?
He's a worm. A woman.
I want to be able to tell people your story.
She's dead.
Well, you're dead too, man. And you scared me kind of a lot at the beginning of tonight, but I'm not that afraid of you anymore. And I do think you're human. I think you're pretending to be something bigger and badder than what you are.
Guy's voice. Sure.
You can act like a scary demon or something evil, but you're just a weak man who preyed on a vulnerable woman. And you're a baby killer. You're the worst kind of man possible.
A woman's voice, a victim. I'm a victim.
Yes, you were a victim. Even though you ended up...
True. She said true.
This is like insanely intelligent. So what I'm gathering is a woman had a baby, maybe here, I don't know where exactly, then a man somehow forced her to kill or killed the baby. It's like she's filling in the words for me. I was telling you, it's like she's talking on the Spirit Talker. The man killed the baby, and that drove the woman to take her own life. Oh my God, I have...
Attention, creep.
Yeah, what do you want to say? Full body chills right now. What's your problem, man? Why are you still around here?
Go ahead.
Dude, it just
a guy's voice.
Oh my God, it just got way too cold in here. Oh, my hair's on end. So what's your point if you're the angry man? Why are you still here?
Hey, you know.
I don't know.
It's in your head.
You want to get into people's heads? You enjoy that? Is that why you killed that infant? Was it your son that you murdered? Maybe that's why you're so
proud. I'm proud of yours. A guy.
You're proud that you killed your own son? That's what you're saying? So you're just a twisted, sick man.
A woman, I was there.
So Mary, you watched...
Jeez, there's so much stuff happening.
Mary, you watched this man take your own child's life.
A guy.
And it was his son. So you guys had a child together and he killed it in front of you and that drove you to take your own life. And what, did he remarry? Is that why this hurts so bad? He didn't give a shit about anything that was happening?
It's the oldest trick in the book.
Oh, that's the man? Wow,
Bingo.
You're terrible. You are a terrible human being.
Bingo.
What's your name, if this is the man?
Exciting.
What's your name?
Spin it.
Mary, tell me the man's name. Tell me the man who killed your child's name.
It's a lot of man voices.
Mary, fight through him. We're almost done. It'll feel good to tell your story. What's the man's name? The name of the guy who killed your child?
Of course.
What's his name, Mary?
That's what you say.
No, get out of here. Mary, what's his name? It'll give you power to tell us his name.
Be in the sky. Look in the sky.
Mary, what is his name? Just tell me his name, please. It'll help. It'll help us tell your story. I got
what I get.
Maybe that'll free you. Maybe that'll free you, Mary.
I got it.
Yes, you got it. What's his name? Just tell me his name.
I'm thinking.
You got it, Mary. Tell me his name.
Coastal.
Mary, what's his name?
I'm the Don.
Not you. Mary, what's the man who killed your child's name? I want to be able to tell your story. I want you to be able to find Benjamin.
A woman's voice. He's here. He is here.
What's his name, Mary?
You go through the drive-thru.
Dude. The moment that Jeff said he's here, like Mary, the spirit told me that, I noticed that f***ing fly...
You can't manage anything.
That f***ing fly just came back into this room. Somehow it found us in the basement. It was upstairs, then in the waiting area. Oh, and it's cold.
Good job.
Oh, it's cold in here. Oh my God.
How about a martini?
Okay, if the man's here, what's your name? Mary, tell me his name so you can help me help you.
Of course.
Dude, goosebumps.
Is there some trouble here?
Yes, Mary, what's the man's name?
Oh, dude. Look over there.
Where?
You're in 3rd grade. No, he's in 3rd grade.
Mary, now that the man's here.
Book him.
What's the man's
A woman's
name?
voice.
What's the man's name? God, it got creepy in here.
Bart. Bart.
Bart? His name's Bart?
So Mary, a man named Bart killed your guys' child and that drove you to take your own life. Is that your tragic life story? I'm so sorry.
You belong to me.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. Bart, you need to get out of here. Mary, you are more than welcome to stay. I will say, when he said he got in here, it got really, really, really cold and I'm freezing. I'm fucking, what the fuck is about to happen?
A woman's voice. Hear that?
No, can you do it again?
This is about the severe thing. A woman's voice.
Now it sounds like Bart and Mary
Help
are
me.
talking. Mary, you're stronger than Bart. Just tell him to screw off. You don't need him anymore.
Coastal again. I don't know. What's coastal?
You don't need him, Mary. Tell him to leave. I want to hear you say the words, get out of here, leave.
I keep thinking I'm gonna see something back through these curtains behind Jeff.
All the voices.
Mary, get rid of him. Tell Bart that he has to leave. I'm here with you.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you got it, Mary. You have the strength. Bart, you need to get out of here. Bart, you cannot be in here. And Bart,
Is it video?
Yes.
Bart, you have to leave, okay? And you have to leave Mary alone.
I can't leave.
You can, and you need to, and you will. Mary, you should too. You should move towards the light and go try to find...
I'm standing. I'm here standing.
Go try to find Benjamin. Oh no, I feel like my throat's choking up a little bit. Mary, you can go find Benjamin. Go to the light and go try to find Benjamin. Is my eyes watering?
I believe in you, Mary. Tell him to leave just once.
I am going to destroy you.
I think I'm getting a little bit of what he had.
Expose.
Expose. Yes,
Right now.
I'm trying to
Guy's
expose.
voice.
I'm trying to expose him.
Oh. Guy's voice. Oh.
Bart, you're not going to be able to choke me and scare me, man.
Have you?
It's
Guy's voice.
It's happened to me before. I have full goosebumps.
I'm an American. As we die.
Bart, you're a terrible human being and a murderer. You need to get out of here.
I'm happy here. Guy.
I don't care.
Bart, Guy's voice.
Yeah, you're only happy here because you like to boss people around and you think that you're hot shit and you act like a demon.
It was my brother-in-law.
You act like you're some crazy
The time it
thing.
happened. It
Like
was my
actually
brother-in-law
fucking
said,
choking.
a woman. The time it happened. It's a woman.
Mary, I am so sorry about what happened to you. But Bart, you need to leave her alone, okay? I'm about to end this. Mary, this is your last chance with our support.
She's kicked. She's gotten kicked.
You better not lay a hand on her, Bart. And Mary, you need to find the light and go find your son, Benjamin.
Oh, a guy laughed, just like guys like, hee. Same guy.
It's almost like an allergic reaction in my throat.
I'm the one.
Get out of here, Bart. This is it. Mary, Bart, do either of you guys have anything left to say?
Let me look. I can't.
We're gonna...
Please stay back.
Please stay back. Bart, I'm not staying back. I'm getting involved because this is personal now. You and Mary were a terrible fit. And
He stuck me.
And you killed Mary's son.
Oh. It's your life. A guy. It's your life.
It's literally like I'm witnessing Mary and Bart arguing, and Bart, I don't know if this is just like now entered into replay. It's almost like Bart is actively trying to kill Mary.
If you want to become a victim.
Please stay back and hide.
A guy's voice.
All right, well.
I think this guy It's the same guy that's angry.
Okay, I'm gonna get Jeff out.
Oh man, alive. Whew. Jeez. Oh, wow. I've never done this before. That is so, oh my gosh, it's so weird. Like you're just, I'm in another world.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit. That
was incredible.
Really?
Crazy.
Man, that wasn't, I don't even know what was making sense at all.
All of it.
What?
Everything. A guy named Bart killed a woman named Mary's
I
child.
remember that.
I like to come here. He killed a woman named Mary's child, which ended up being his child.
Really?
And then Mary killed herself. And right when you said he's coming in the room, I heard some footsteps behind you.
Really?
And then that fly came in here and was buzzing around. I was like, how the f did it find me down here?
That fly is weird.
And it gave me such bad goosebumps that, oh, they're gone now, but my whole leg was covered, and I was like, damn, this is actually really, what the f am I about to see?
So then what exactly did you get out of it? Like, what is the main message or?
Mary's son was murdered.
Okay.
And she's just trapped here,
remember
I
saying
think.
Mary.
Well, unfortunately, the way that personally I think that this haunting now is there is an evil, I'm really zoomed in. I personally think there is an evil, angry man here.
Yeah.
But he's just unfortunately stronger than some of these other spirits, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because he's inhuman. I don't know if it's because he's just an asshole, but he's taking over conversations, scaring us. He choked you. I got choking symptoms. Freaky shit all night. Ernest.
Yeah, I got the feeling from what I over and over and over, like a male voice, and it was like you know, cocky and overpowering. And then the female voices that I remember were always kind of like very subtle, you know, under the radar, if you will. And then almost like they'd squash it, you know, whatever that voice was trying to say. But I did get a boy, you know, that came through.
Really?
Yeah. And I think, I just remember the name being Ben.
Yeah, that's what you said.
And it was a boy's voice, like a child.
Yeah.
I don't know if that went together or not, but I do remember.
No, yeah, I figured out, well, I assume Ben was Mary's child.
I remember Mary because my wife, Mary.
Well, my mom, too.
Gosh, there's just so many.
My wife.
More. There's so many more voices, you know,
yeah,
that come through here.
Yeah, and Jeff had even more voices than I do.
Really?
Yeah, you did.
I was like in a different zone, and I had to almost pick and choose what voice was more powerful. And then I started to think, I'm gonna not let the powerful voice, I'm trying to hear the undertone voices, like the women, you know, and the children.
Yeah.
And most of the time I couldn't make them out.
Yeah.
It was always, and almost like,
touch you.
What it remember. Ooh,
May
look
I
it up.
touch you?
Yeah, and they like to touch people here, but it kind of
we are in a
reminded me.
brothel too.
It kind of reminded me of the dual port when it would just go, poof, you know, like the green, like it was a mean guy.
Yeah.
And that's what would happen in here. They just drowned out if there was a woman's voice that was trying to come through. But yeah, that was really interesting.
Well, I think it's also the fact helping listening to Mary. I was trying to get her name. Oh, Amy, that's interesting. It's an amalgam of Mary almost without the R. M-A, missing the R-Y. Interesting. But yeah, learning her story, documenting it, and at least telling it, I was like, you're strong.
That scares me.
The woman scares me. You have to, I don't know if that's going to help, but.
Yeah, strangely enough, some of the women I was trying to make out, I almost got the feeling like they were not friendly. You know? After hearing that again, that kind of, I thought, there's a lot of voices.
Well, guys, we'll do some wrap-up thoughts later, but it's 4:10 in the morning, and we are exhausted. We got to film tomorrow night, too, so. Yeah, we're gonna pack our stuff up. Thank you, Mary. Screw you, Bart, angry douchebag man. I kept choking too. If there's anybody who, before we pack up and leave, if you want to give us one last sign or use your voice to say something, do it right now before we go.
Doesn't it seem dead to me?
Yeah.
Little noise.
Kinda.
Okay, are those the signs you're giving us that we're gonna leave? What's the final thing you want to leave us with? Like a voice, sound, knock, crash, whatever you want to do. Now's the time. That's our sign, dude. That's our sign.
What the f***? My camera light just died. This one on my camera. Oh my god, I got the chills. Yo, check this out. Dude, this thing's been on all night. This has been on all night. That is so trippy.
I think we got.
I got goosebumps, man. Yeah, that's the sign.
We gotta
They're like, okay, let us go to bed.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Wow.
thank you guys
Thank
for
you,
that,
everybody.
I guess.
Good and bad.
Okay, good night.
The brothel really surprised me because it was a lot darker than I expected it to be. Like an angry man, we thought, like really holding women back. There was obviously the older feel down in the cribs was really kind of scary for me, and that's where I kind of felt he really hung out. And so the brothel turned out to be much more dark than I felt it would be. An evil presence, I don't know what exactly it was, but there was so much activity there. It's definitely a darker place than I thought it would be.
So at the end of the day, the Dumas Brothel is a scary place. I mean, it's historic, yeah, but there's just this weird, angry energy that's there. I mean, it's scary energy, and I know it's hard to look at our video and think, oh, you know, why did they think that was scary? There wasn't anything, you know, demonic or evil that happened there. But it was just one of those places that had us so on edge that I could not explain for the life of me why I felt like that. I mean, it was there, it was so present, and all of the activity that it was giving us was frightening. And one of the biggest parts of paranormal investigating is your own body. And that's something that you cannot get across through film. You'll never be able to. But when you're there in the moment and you're feeling these signs of a negative or scary haunting, I mean, the chills, the weird anxiety that comes across your body, your inability to breathe, that's hardcore evidence to me. And it's something that you have to be there to experience. And in that building, we had some of the most anxiety I think we've had in a long time filming, even more than a place like the prison. This was like really, really dark. So I don't know what it is. If you guys have any theories about what may have been causing that sort of an energy in the building, let me know in the comments. But yeah, we enjoyed the Dumas Brothel. We had so much fun investigating that night. And as always, guys, it's Colin here. Thank you so much for watching this week with us. We love you all so much. Catch you next week, and stay spooky. Hello.